I think so. Let me check.
I don't know if we are.
I'll press go live. So yeah, we're streaming.
As you can see.
Yeah, we're live.
As you can see, this is our first time. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, I keep looking there. It needs to be up here.
Also, the mic is now further away from you now that we've
Yeah,
swapped
it's
sides.
fine.
You've got to really enunciate your voice.
Okay. Can't you move it that way a bit?
Careful. Oh. Basically, I don't know who's watching or if anyone's watching. Oh shit! It's crashed. 1 second. Oh no, that was before. It was just a late message.
Oh.
Are we still on? I have to check. We'll do an introduction in a sec. I'm just checking if we're even.
I don't think anyone's even.
Someone's watching.
Who?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's you.
No, 2 people are watching other than me. I mean, 1 person's watching other than me.
Hi guys.
Hello. We obviously there's been a lot of technical issues since. I've got to look at the camera. No. There's been a lot of technical issues that we've had. So we just want to know if the sound is good. Whoever's in, can they just tell us? If it's not, we're just going to swap over to the built-in mic. So we tried using an external mic, and I had to buy like a little adapter, but it's not working unless you like twiddle it. You have to get it in the exact right position. So I don't know if it sounds any good. We did a little test before, and it sounded okay, but things have moved around. We're not centered. I don't like how which side we need to move this way, don't we? Should we just start?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to go?
No.
Oh, wait. We're new to this.
Wait, I see a comment.
Scott's here.
I can't even
we
see
can't
it.
see the full.
Yeah,
oh, there you go.
Hello, Ben and Rachel. Great to see you live for the first time.
Thank you,
so
Scott.
how do you get it to come up? Can you see your comments?
I think he can see his own comment. We're so new to this. We're trying to get your comment to come up on screen. We're using OBS. I know you use StreamYard, but we decided to go different for some reason.
The sound is fine, he said.
Oh, cool. Thank God.
So how do I get it to come up? Can we like drag it?
Maybe you just can't do that on OBS. Participants, toggle timestamps.
Live chat.
Live
All
chat.
messages are visible. Yes.
Oh,
See,
is that?
Look at me.
Are you sure that's what it does?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I don't think it's coming up. Well, yeah, it's visible when you go on that. I think maybe it's a StreamYard thing. Scott, when you get the comments to come up on screen on StreamYard, how do you do that? we're just using Scott to ask him like how to do a live stream.
No, I did it on StreamYard. I knew how to do it. It said like, I don't know.
Okay, let's
start
introduce.
anyway.
Yeah. So we're gonna basically do a roundup of everything we saw or listened to in 2022, or that came out in 2022. So, obviously, some people do their first time watches in 2022. So we watched for the first time something like Submarine. Did we watch that first time last year?
Did we?
I don't know. But we
Yeah,
wouldn't count
maybe.
that. We wouldn't just include a bunch of films that came out in like 2010 or whatever that we first watched last year. This is just films and shows and albums that came out in 2022. And we're going to start with, which one do you want to start with?
In the US.
No, just the... Oh yeah, because Josh, Classic Reviews, Through the Lens, he's changed his name now. He does it very differently. He'll do it, if it comes out in the UK, then it's if it came out in the UK in 2022, then it's a 2022 film.
Personally, I would probably do it like that, but
Yeah.
Ben's told me different.
We
so
do
now
it.
I've had to change all my lists because a bunch of them how am I supposed to know when they come out? On Letterboxd,
Yeah, it doesn't
will
say
say a date,
specifically,
so I'm
yeah.
just going with that.
You-
And Ben's like, no, that came out in the year before it. I'm like, well, it doesn't
'cause
say that,
sometimes
so how am I supposed to know?
It's just come out in festivals sometimes.
so
Say if
we're
it
meant
came
to
out.
look up every single one.
That's what I do, yeah. If it came out in a festival in
No time
December
for that.
2022, but then didn't have a wide release until 2023, then it will just say 2022 on Letterboxd. But I do it so the year that it came out in the country that it was produced in. So if it's a South Korean film, then we're going by the year it was released in South Korea. If it's a British film, we're going by the year it was released in Britain or UK.
But you live in the UK.
Yeah. But we're going
So
by their respective countries because obviously we don't
That is the year
get.
it comes out in the UK.
Yeah.
That is the year. You don't live in South Korea.
Yeah, but
you
let's
live
say
in
it's South
UK.
Korea. They could make a film. It came out in 2019 for them, and then we won't get it until like 3 years later. Like we
Would
can't just
not?
call it. Sometimes some foreign
No.
films don't come out for us
Well, then
until
can't
years
they just
later.
be the exceptions?
No.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
No one cares.
So what one do you want to start with? Do you want to go? We're gonna either do albums or TV shows. Which one?
You do albums.
Albums. I mean, we've kind of we're new to listening to music. I know that sounds weird, but
No,
only
not.
recently. No, like in terms of actually
Listen
putting
to
on an
albums.
album, like putting on an album and listening to the whole thing. I'll listen to a song or an artist, and I'll just add a bunch of songs to my playlist. But I've never really until like 2020, I didn't really sit and just listen to albums. So I've kind of got every single album that I listened to in 2022. I've done it as a little slideshow thing. So
Really?
I've done it in the tier list, but it's also sort of ranked. Wait, I can't even see us. There we go. Yeah, so it's like a tier list, but it's also ranked in kind of in order. So we've got the D tier, which
Why is that not at the bottom?
what the click?
The red thing that goes around.
Oh yeah, wait, let me move us. I think we're just there. We go. That's better. Okay, it's because I recently changed this one.
Oh look, people are saying things.
Testing 1 2 3. Is that
Hello
good?
Gareth, how's it going?
Wait,
Phil.
Mike's
Shout out to Big Mike, Jane, Pat and Tony.
No,
Shout out
right
to
there.
my
Shout
nan
out.
and granddad and Jane and Mike and Video Tasties and Scott. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. So we've got the D tier. These I've not really hated many albums. D is the bottom tier, but that's still kind of like, just a little bit bad. It's the fire on the D doesn't represent the actual music itself. So we've got Donda 2. This is the only album cover I could find for it because it doesn't have.
I thought you were like ranking them or something then.
Yeah, this is the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, but is that the album cover?
Oh, you're
It's
saying
just, like,
you
two.
thought I put Donda 2 as number 2.
Yeah.
No.
I thought you were going like number 2.
No,
and
'cause
then
this
we were
was-
gonna go on to the next one.
This was just released on like the stem player, this little device thing. You didn't want to release it to streaming services, so it doesn't have an album cover. So this is all I could find for it. And wait, let me move that out of the way so you can see the chat. So yeah, it's you've listened to this as well. We listened to this in the car. It's pretty bad. It's unfinished. He's kind of the reason he released it on stem player is because you can constantly update the songs, so you can like keep mixing and mastering them. But I don't remember any of them really sounding good. I don't remember any of the songs. I think there's City of Gods, is that on there? So I remember that one. It's got like the New York thing. Do you remember that one? Yeah, it's a pretty bad
really
album.
Old song?
Really old song.
Yeah, New York.
That's from like the 2000s.
So why is it on this album?
No, it's like a sample or something.
Oh.
Then we got Jack Harlow with "Come Home, the kids miss you." This is Jack Harlow's probably the quickest I've ever gone from like being a fan of someone to just not liking them at all. Oh yeah, sorry. I don't think they can see that, but it's on our screen. Because like that song, what's it called? Industry Baby was like my karaoke song for ages, and I really liked Jack Harlow's verse. I really liked Poppin', and he released Nail Tech, which was the single for this album. And I was like, oh, I really like this guy. I'm looking forward to his album. Then I listened to it, and it was really bad. And I've just never gone near his music again. It was so weird. I was really excited. You listen. I think you listened to it with me.
Yeah.
It was
remember now.
the one with Sex in
G.
it, A.
I like that song.
No, it's not good. I like the one with Drake, Churchill Downs, but there's
First class.
yeah.
Up
It's
in the
this
sky.
with a sample. Sorry, can I have my beer, please? There's gonna be a lot of that. I don't like that we're live now because we can't like cut any awkward bits out. We cut so much out of our of our normal videos. It'll go from like 6 hours to 3 hours. Oh, we've got 6 people in.
Not
Hello,
very
everyone.
honest music. Looking forward to see your answers though. Yeah, don't worry, we won't be long on
Oh
music.
yeah. No,
because-
sorry. I'll speed through a bit longer. I haven't actually listened to that many albums.
Yeah, we don't.
We've got Drake. Honestly, never mind. You've listened to this one as well. You've actually listened to all of these so far. This is
I
the
don't remember any.
he released 2 albums this year. This is the house one. You know, with the He made a song where the whole thing's like bed squeak sounds in the background. It's like. And
I don't remember.
it's memorable. I'll say
I'm sorry,
that.
but you just play me so much music in the car that I don't even know what I'm listening to half the time. I just say whether I like it or not.
Video Tasty says, haven't heard any new music since 2010.
Yeah, that's me as well.
That is not true at all. I show you loads of new music, you just don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I just know it sounds bad.
I think I liked one song from this. I can't remember which one it was. I feel like it was Sticky, the one where it goes, you know how sticky it gets. You know that one? That's actually quite good. I like that one.
What is it about, like glue or something?
I don't know. It's like Sticky Situation, isn't it?
Oh.
Then we've got the C tier. We've still got Flame.
Oh.
Then we've got Drake again. We've got Drake's second album that he released with 21 Savage. This one was alright. Probably his best album in like 7 years.
Who's that girl on the cover?
I don't know. The album's called Her Loss. So I don't know who that is actually. Surely it's not like an ex. He's just posted on his album cover.
Yeah, Her Loss.
That'd be a bit weird. 21 Savage, it's a collab album, and there's a couple good ones. I really like the one with Travis Scott. Can't remember what it's called. More Money, More Problems. He's like, more money, more problems. Bring on the problems. Something like that. I remember liking it. Then we've got, can't remember what next. We've got Brett McKenzie's Songs Without Jokes. The only reason I listen to this is because Brett McKenzie is part of Flight the Conchords. And he released an album. Flight the Conchords are like a comedy duo, folk band, whatever you like to call them. And I really like them. And then one of them released an album that was actually normal music, and it's alright. It's like kind of classic 90s style.
You can see that he's like a comedian because he's playing the piano in water.
Yeah,
So
exactly. That is
cracks me
funny.
up, that does.
No, it's Songs Without Jokes. Hello, Sophie. Good to see you.
Who?
I think I know a couple
Hi.
songs from that Drake album with 21 Savage. Yeah, there's a couple good ones. It's decent. The C tier's like a pass for me. And then I think
Next.
we're in B tier. I've changed the font because I couldn't find a fiery B. We've got what they called, Black Country New Road with Ants from Up There, and everyone loves this album. Like, this is one of the most critically acclaimed albums of the year, and it's kind of like a rocky alternative weird kind of album, and I think it's just not my style really. I kind of feel bad because everyone loves it.
What kind of style is it?
It's
Arctic Monkeys?
No, I don't think
Like
it's kind of, it's
Rolling Stones?
no it's
Like
quite different.
The Who?
I can't say I listen to the Who.
Like
Do you live in the 1980s, do you?
like One Direction?
One Direction is probably closest to One Direction. Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Ben, that's gone everywhere.
I've never seen it fizz up that quick. Alright, well.
Sophie said I don't really listen to modern recent music. All sounds the same to me these days. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, no, well, it depends. It depends what you listen to. If you're listening to just Drake, then yeah, I can completely agree.
What the hell happened to a bit?
We got. I'm soaking wet now. We got Logic Vinyl Days. I'm not really a Logic fan, but I heard this one was good. It was like his comeback album after he retired for like 1 year, and it was pretty good. It's like a retro style, kind of going back to the old 2000s kind of 90s rap. It's pretty good. Then we've got Rich Brian's Brightside EP. This isn't really an album. It's only 4 songs, and 2 of them I love. I really like Lagoon, the one with the switch up. It's like doo doo. But I don't like the last one. I can't remember what it's called. So it's like 2 out of 4 are really good, and then the other 2 are decent. Did you just laugh at me?
Yeah.
We got
You
the A
always
tier.
have to like sing a bit of it, don't you?
Yeah, I'm like reminding myself. I'm stuck in the 70s/80s. Yeah, I feel like you're the same. You listen to a lot of new music, but you still like the old music more. I like modern music, not stuff on the radio. In the A tier, we've got Little Sims, No Thank You. This was really good, but I think the biggest
Wasn't as
issue.
good as her previous album.
Yeah, that's
But
the biggest
I think she
issue.
spent more time on what's it called? Introvert.
Simbi, sometimes it might be Introvert.
It's
Yeah.
that one. She spent a lot of time on that one, and then I don't think she spent enough time on this new one.
Yeah, it was meant to just be like a more chilled, like casual album
I
compared to the
liked it.
Explosive. Yeah, it's just living in the shadow of the last one, which was literally a
I
masterpiece.
still haven't listened to like Like I've listened to them all once.
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
Gone back and
I think I've only listened to it
re-listened.
twice, yeah. Then we've got, oh god, I'm going to mess this up. Natalia Lafourcade with Los Todas Los Flores or something like that.
What's that?
You've actually listened to this, but you fell asleep to it in the car. I was playing. It's a Mexican kind of it's very chill like music. It's really easy to listen to. I think it's great. But she's sung "Remember Me" in Coco. She was one of the singers on that. She's worked with Disney, and yeah, it's really good. I'd recommend it. Then we've got Beyonce Renaissance. I've never listened to a Beyonce album in my life, and then this was getting really good reviews, so I listened to it and I loved it. It's really different from what I've heard of her before.
I think it's a bit overrated.
Oh, okay.
I'm putting it out there. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we can't cut out any of
But
Rachel's controversial opinions now.
I don't even like it that much.
I think it's got some really good songs in it. I don't like the what's the one that's really
It's not for
popular?
me.
The one that's played all.
Is it We Gon' Fuck Up the Night?
Oh yeah, there's that one, but there's another one, and that's soul. It's got something to do with a soul.
Oh, that's.
You are in my soul.
Oh yeah, but I think the other one's more played now.
Yeah, true. I completely forgot about that one.
Beyond it.
70s and 80s are my two favourite decades for music, probably. I love the 60s music as well. Yeah, I love all decades.
Yeah, I agree, Scott.
Then we've got Joji Smithereens. The biggest issue with this is it's so short. It's literally 20 something minutes long.
Smithereens. That reminds me of those little green things in Sarah Jane Adventures.
Oh, the Sliveens.
Yeah.
They're in Doctor Who. Why did you specify Sarah Jane Adventures?
Because they were great in Sarah Jane Adventures. I don't even remember them in Doctor Who.
They're in loads of. They're in
Are
like
you
one of the
sure?
first episodes. Yeah.
Oh.
They take over the White House or something.
They go to the White
Yeah,
House.
they do. I'm sure they do. In one of the first episodes, it's got Sean's mum from Shaun of the Dead. Someone tell me.
They also take over a school in Sarah Jane Adventures.
Yeah, it's much cooler to take over the White House than take
No.
over a school.
No, that's good.
Someone tell me if I'm making that episode up, if any fans of Doctor Who. I'm pretty sure they take over the White House, and the actress who plays Sean's mum in Shaun of the Dead is the president. Wait, why would it be the White House? It's set in the UK.
Yeah, what are you chatting about?
Yeah, what's the
Buckingham
equivalent?
Palace.
Buckingham Palace, yeah. I like some of Beyonce's tunes, Halo and Irreplaceable. Halo's a banger, actually.
Yeah,
I really
I
like
Beyonce's old songs.
Ben's
Ben's
making it
making
up.
up.
Shut
Yeah,
up, Gavin.
it is.
There's
Anyway,
no way.
we're talking about Smithereens, not
Yeah,
Smithereens.
Smithereens. Yeah, this is a really good album. Do you like this one as well?
I can't remember it.
It's got a glimpse of us.
Oh yeah.
And the other one, it's like, I don't wanna be
Oh
your
yeah.
love. Die for you. I die for you.
Yeah.
It's really good, but it's just
couple,
so short.
Couple of good songs.
I think pretty much all of them. I think there's 7 songs. I'd say 5 are really good, but it's just so short.
I feel like it's so sad though.
What Glimpse of Us? It is well
Yeah.
sad. That's probably the best song on it, maybe.
I don't know if I like listening to sad music.
Oh, I do. Who likes? It's number 10, you idiots. What's number 10? Oh, Downing Street.
Oh, what, the
no.
Slovenes?
It's something. The Slovenes don't take over 10 Downing
David
Street, do
Bowie
they?
is my fave. Got a bow tattoo on my arm and aliens. London. Oh, I thought you were talking about the green aliens. You've got Slovene tattoo.
You got a Slovene tattoo. I like David Bowie a lot, actually. We had a quiz question.
Episodes of Doctor Who. Oh.
We had a quiz question where it was who was Major Tom communicating with in David Bowie's Space Oddity? And Rachel said, Captain something. Right, what is it, Scott? What's the answer to that question? Oh wait, that wasn't Scott. I was reading. Oh, it's Sophie. Sophie. What was Major Tom communicating with in Space Oddity?
3, 2, 1. Wrong.
Right, next album. We're near the end of the albums now. We got Breakance with Hypochondriac. I've never listened to Breakance in my life, but I heard a lot of people like this. A lot of people in like the similar kind of music taste as me, and it's really good. It's like really energetic
Why does
and
that
non-stop.
look like
Oh, well done, Gavin.
an elephant?
I don't know what it's meant to be.
It looks like Dumbo or something.
You didn't like this. I played you a couple songs.
Well done, Gavin.
I played you a couple songs from this, and you didn't like it. It's a really like. It's kind of a bit hyper pop kind of style.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
well done, Sophie.
Yeah, well done.
So she typed out the full answer, Gavin. You should have typed out the full answer, I'm afraid. Next, we've got Kendrick Lamar with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I think this is probably quite controversial to not be in the S tier. It's the top of the A tier, by the way.
Which one's this one?
You and me both listened to this at your brother's wedding.
I'm not going to remember that, sorry.
It's really good. I love some of the songs on it. I think it just goes on for a bit too long. That's the only issue. I think it kind of sizzles out towards the end.
Sizzles?
Sizzles?
Fizzles out.
Sizzles sounds like it makes sense.
Sizzles out?
Alright, now we've got the...
Oh my god.
Is it playing? No. Now we've got the S tier. We've got the Flames are back.
S for sizzle.
S for sizzle. We've got 070 Shake with You Can't Kill Me.
Oh, I don't like this person. I mean, not person, that's a bit rude.
Yes, you don't know anything about her.
I mean, I don't like the songs.
I love it. No one else, everyone else I played this album or songs to, they've literally turned it off. I tried putting it on at a party and it just got turned straight
You always
off.
sing that one song, like Blue Velvet or something.
Yeah, Blue Velvet is amazing. Cocoon is amazing. I love it. It's bottom of S tier though, because I think there's a couple not so good songs.
It's quite depressing.
No, not all of them. Cocoon's... You liked Cocoon, I think. My voice went really high. I think you liked Cocoon. I'll play it again to you. Everyone should go listen to that, by the way. It's not as well known as I think. And then we've got Denzel Curry, Melt My Eyes, See Your Future. This...
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, finally. This is the first one that's come up that you like. This album is amazing. I'd heard a couple Denzel Curry songs, but never really listened to him. Then Walking came up on my recommended. Listened to it. Amazing song, probably still the best one on the album.
Oh yeah, that one's
we sing that on karaoke. I'll do the rap and then Rachel just goes in the background with it. Pretty much every single song on this is really good. What's that other one? X-Wing is amazing. You like X-Wing?
X-Wing.
I don't think there's a bad song on this.
Why have we not played that recently? Like a house party.
We haven't really had a house party.
I forgot to play that song.
No, we played it at your one.
Yeah.
Then we've got Jid with Forever Story. I had never heard of this guy, and then he released Surround Sound, which again came up on my recommended. I listened to that banger.
Can you pass my squash?
This is an amazing album. There's literally so many amazing songs. Cody Blue 31 is my favourite. Everyone should go listen to that. I've definitely heard of Denzel Curry's songs before. I think this is one of Josh's favourite artists as well. Yes, I do know that actually. Shout out to Josh. We already
shouted him out.
Yeah, we shouted him out twice and he's not even here.
Yeah, don't shout out Josh. We'll shout him out when he's actually here.
Everyone should go listen to this album. It's got one of the best 3-track runs I've ever heard in my life. Cody Blue 31, Brother M, and then Sister M. Amazing. And then the best album of the year for me is Quadeca's I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. We made a 3-hour video.
Obviously it's going to be this.
We made a 3-hour video.
He honestly does not shut up with this. He plays it every time we're driving somewhere.
It's so good. It's literally a masterpiece.
That's all that is like jammed into my brain.
I think the fact that I can't pick a favourite song from this album shows it's the best one, because it changes all the time. It's either Picking Up Hands, Tell Me a Joke, Sorry for Dying, or Fractions of Infinity. They're my top 4 at the moment. But yeah, this is a masterpiece. Not a single downside. You don't like the static at the end.
My favourite is Real Thing.
Wonderful.
Real Thing.
From Voice Memos. Oh yeah, that's your favourite from I Didn't Mean to Haunt You.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. And that's the end of the albums. So that's it. We move on to TV shows.
TV shows.
Obviously, if you guys have any questions or anything about our personal lives, then you can ask away.
If you have a favourite album of 2022, put it in the comments.
Everyone put your favourite album, yeah.
We're on to TV shows now, so if you had a favourite TV show, put it in the comments, because I barely watch TV shows because I just don't want to waste my time if...
TV's a waste of time. I'm an old man.
I just need to know if it's good. Otherwise, I'm just not going to bother watching it. So if you think there's one that I'll put it in the comments and then I'll give it a watch.
Scott's shouting out Quadeca as well. Forgotten how to spell it. It's 1C. It's 1C. But that's pretty much it. Cool guy though. Done some decent songs as well. Yeah. I like his personality as well, because he's a YouTuber as well. And
Yeah,
he does
but we
like
tagged
styles
him
of
in
rap.
that post and he never responded.
Yeah, true. He sometimes
feel
responds
like
to videos made about him, and we made a 3-hour video and no response.
Yeah. Oh, Soph says Stranger Things hands down.
Ooh.
Right, okay, so I watched the first season of Stranger Things.
How did you pronounce that?
Stranger
Stranger Things.
And then I just stopped.
You can just stop at the first season, really, because it does
I
have
don't
its own
know why.
story.
I just like didn't go back to watching it, and then there was like 3 more seasons.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, it's a bit long now. But
And then,
I will definitely watch it at
before
some point.
before the last season comes out. I think you've
No,
got a couple
probably
years.
wait till it's all out. Because I actually don't know anything. Actually, yeah, I do. My cousin told me.
There's not too
No,
much
wait.
to spoil, really.
Brooke told me. Someone told me.
It's a pretty unspoilable show.
But I didn't actually get it spoiled for me like online or anything because I don't have Twitter.
Yeah, true. But you got Reddit now, so you have to avoid it on there.
But I know like someone dies who you don't think is going to die. Someone like that. Someone sacrifices themselves.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen it and I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, put your favourite albums in the live chat. We'd love to hear. Cobra Kai season 5 is definitely my favourite season of TV from last year. That was great. I mean, all of
Did you watch Cobra Kai?
yeah, all of the seasons of Cobra Kai are so consistent for me. They're all like, it's one of the most consistent shows I've ever watched. It's just like entertaining from season 1 to season 5. Sometimes it's a bit repetitive, but that's. I don't know if it's been renewed yet, has it? Let me know, Scott, if you...
Wait, so what are your TV shows?
Alright, we're going to go from... I'm going to state this. A lot of these shows I just watch because I have this thing where if I watched them when I was younger, I have to keep watching them. So let's say, take Walking Dead, for example. I've been watching that from the start, but I stopped liking it about 6 years ago, but I had to stick with it. And it's finished now. So a lot of these I kind of just stick on in the background because I feel like I need to see them through. So at the bottom, we've got... Oh wait, I'm on the wrong page. I'm still on the albums for them.
Yeah.
Now leave it where it is because I need to...
Yeah, but I just wanted to see comments.
Yeah, you can see the comments. I'm not going to... There you go.
It's just a picture of that weird man.
My favourite TV show is Artsy or Interaction from Anywhere. Right, at the bottom we got Tales of the Walking Dead. This is a Walking Dead spin-off, which is so shit. It's so bad. It's literally like an anthology thing where each episode is different. It's really like cringy. They put some sci-fi elements in it. Like there was a Groundhog Day episode where this woman and her boss kept like dying and coming back, and it's bottom tier, 1 out of 10. I've put the little ratings at the bottom. I actually found out yesterday I won 2 tickets to a zombie immersive experience.
How did you win it? What did you do? Like, what was the competition? I really wanted to go to one that's in Brentwood, but it's like £99. And I was like, that is a lot.
Bloody hell, yeah, that is a lot.
But apparently it's meant to be really good.
Yeah, that sounds sick.
That does sound fun. I also found out I'm really good at shooting.
I forgot. I don't remember my order.
From like a little carnival, you know, when you have to like shoot.
Oh yeah.
Like, we had to shoot little elves off the wall because it was at Christmas, and I was actually pretty good.
Yeah, you were sick. You meant to get 4 out of. You get 8 pellets, right? And you're meant to shoot 4 off.
Yeah.
And you shot 4 off, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think I shot 1.
In 6.
Was it 6?
Yeah.
No way. You sure?
Yeah, because I had 2 more bullets left.
Some of them are rigged though. You shoot one and it won't fall off. Some of them are like heavier.
A Man versus Bee.
Yeah, Man
versus Bee. We watched that.
I don't remember my order of this list.
Watch that?
Well, basically, Rowan Atkinson.
That was like the most stressful thing I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah, we were like shouting at the screen. Just
so infuriating.
It should have been a 10-minute short film, and instead it's a 9-episode show about a man trying to get rid of a bee, and it's so unfunny. And I love Rowan Atkinson. Like that's the reason we watched it. I like Blackadder. I love Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
I even like Johnny English. A lot of people don't like Johnny English.
It literally felt like a Mr. Bean episode.
It felt like
elongated.
Yeah, a bad Mr. Bean episode, elongated. Yeah.
You know, like the animated Mr. Bean series.
Yeah.
It could have just been that about a bee.
Yeah.
For like maybe it was just like a running joke in the episode, but it wasn't actually the story of the episode.
And the thing is, he
that could have been a thing.
He basically plays Mr. Bean in this.
Yeah.
Except Mr. Bean is like a dumb character on purpose. He's meant to be like an alien, isn't he? But this
Yeah.
is just a normal guy who
Yeah.
just is as dumb as Mr. Bean. Yeah, sorry, Rowan Atkinson. I still love you. Then we got still on the 1 out of 10s. We've got Batwoman season 3. I've watched all the Arrowverse stuff. I don't like it, but it's coming to an end now. Flash season 9 is starting this month, and that's it. We're done for good. Batwoman's bad. Sorry, guys.
Why can't we see how many people watch? Oh,
Then we got the Flash season. Oh yeah, it's just really white. The Flash season 8, really bad. I used to like this show a lot. I don't know if I just grew out of it or if it got worse, but yeah, it's nearly finished now.
This is just basically a list of how many things Ben has watched and wasted his life over.
Yeah, but no, I'll just watch it. I'll
amount
stick
of
it on in the
hours.
background while I'm doing something else. And then we got Doctor Who season
Doctor
13,
Who.
2 out of 10. We've moved off the 1 out of 10s now. I haven't liked Doctor Who in a good few years, but once again, I'm just stuck with it.
I stopped watching it after Matt Smith.
It's nothing to do with the fact that there's a woman doctor. I don't dislike it because of that, I promise. It's just because it's really poorly like written and directed. It looks so ugly. And
yeah, Scott, don't watch Man vs. Bee. Just don't.
Yeah, don't.
He said
Yeah.
he likes Paolo.
Mm. Oh, got hair
Paolo
Palonitinis. Ooh, I've never heard of him or her.
album.
Him. Last Night in the Bittersweet. Oh, I'll have
What
to
kind
write
of
that
genre
down.
is it?
Mm.
Is it like sounds classical to me? I like classical, by the way.
Me and my other half started The Boys. Oh, we'll get to that. That is a great show. Next, we've got The Midnight Club. This was so
Oh,
disappointing. We've seen every single. We watched what's his name? Mike Flanagan's first ever film yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And
Absentia.
Absentia. Yeah, it was actually really good. It was really
yeah,
low
I really
budget.
liked that. That was scary.
And then he made this show, and the difference between this show and Absentia is Absentia, all the scares are like silent. There's no jump scares or anything. And then the Midnight Club has the
Well,
world
there is
record.
jump scares, but
It's not loud.
It doesn't
yeah.
rely on just loud sounds.
Some of them are silent, like there's
Yeah.
just a face you see. But then the Midnight Club has the world record for the most jump scares in a single episode. And yeah, he only directed the first 2 episodes to be fair, but none of them, I did not like it. None of them were good. Then we got Legends of Tomorrow, another Arrowverse show. It's kind of funny, but also kind of cringy. Then we got Yellowstone season 4. This is one of the most boring shows I've ever seen in my life. It's just about ranchers.
We're being so negative.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, we've got this,
I hope
this is
people don't
shit,
like
then we got
these
this,
shows.
And this is shit, and then we got this.
Oh,
and this is
we've
rubbish.
got a question. Do you two live together? Oh, we were trying.
Well, we were trying to,
Yeah.
but that didn't happen.
Yeah, we'll give it another year. But we just go to each
No,
other's
we go
houses all the
So
time.
I'm at his family's house now. That's where we film,
Yeah, we always
stuff,
film.
apart from the one in Norfolk.
Yeah, our most recent video was filmed at.
But we live like 15 minutes away from each other, so we're quite lucky.
Yeah, it's really lucky. You watched the first episode of this. We watched the trailer and thought this was going to be really good. It's based off like Dungeons and
Bug's
Dragons. It's that Dungeons and Dragons thing we watched, the animated one.
Little bugs.
Where they swear. Where's the bugs? I don't see any bugs. Yeah, this was kind of cringy. Moving on. Then we got Fear the Walking Dead season 7. This is also coming to an end. I can't wait for this to end. It used to be good, but it's not anymore. It's boring.
Also, Sophie, you can ask us anything, like nothing's too
Oh yeah.
personal.
What? I don't know about nothing. And then we got Moon Knight. This was so disappointing. You watched the first just 1 episode, right? Or 2? Did you give it 2 episodes?
I just watched one.
Just 1. The trailer looked so good, and there was some good moments in the first episode, some good like scary bits. You know, there's the thing walking towards him, and then the elevator closes, and it's just a woman.
Oh yeah.
But it was so like Oscar Isaac, like has never met a British person in his life. He's just like, oh, jolly crumpets, and it's so cringe. Sorry guys, a lot of people like this one. We're still on the negatives. Oh, this is going to be controversial because everyone loves this one. It's very sweet.
My cousin loves it.
Yeah,
loved
everyone
it.
I know loves
I
it.
forgot about this one.
It's a really
Did
sweet
you finish
show.
it then?
Yeah, it's only like 8 short episodes. Olivia Colman's in it.
Did it get better?
Yeah, it got better. The first episode was like really like it was like a student film, but then it gets better and it's kind of heartwarming. I think it kind of it helped pull it up. So I think season 2 might be good. I think.
Sophie
but-
said, "You are lucky. Me and my other half are 2 hours away."
Oh,
That's
damn.
so annoying.
That is annoying.
Yeah, I would struggle.
He's super nosy at times. Wait, is a deal allowed to get to my other half's house? Oh, super nosy with us.
I'm nosy
okay.
as well, don't
Yeah.
worry.
Right, and then we got Book of Boba Fett. This shouldn't have been made. We don't need a show about Boba Fett. He's just a guy. He's just Mandalorian. We've got the Mandalorian. He was a side character in that. This was really boring.
They know they can get easy money, so they're just gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna keep. You actually watched the first 2 episodes of this, right?
Did I?
Yeah. Do you not remember? There was the Tusken Raiders, and he was like chilling in their camp, and they were looking after him.
Wait, those weird little
The ones
alien
that like.
creatures. Yeah, and then there was like some big monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's boring.
To be fair, I probably watched the best episodes.
Yeah, it got worse. Afterlife, this was another really disappointing one. I loved the first 2 seasons. Should have ended at season 2. It had a really good ending. Then they just brought it back and forced everything. Ricky Gervais had the same character arc in it that he did in the last season. He's just grumpy again. And then at the end, he has a heart.
Is it actually 3 seasons, or is there going to be more? Like, has it
It's
actually
ended, yeah, it's ended.
Okay. So is he basically like Scrooge?
Yeah, his wife died from cancer, and he's just a big grump.
Oh.
Scott, I haven't really watched anything that's Walking Dead related, to be fair. I tried watching a couple of episodes of Walking Dead back in the day, but couldn't get into it. Or, well, if you couldn't get into the first couple of episodes, then do not bother, because they are the peak. They're the best. The first season is, like, amazing.
I've never watched it.
I'm halfway through season 1 of Mandalorian. I love Baby Grogu. Oh, I liked how you called him Baby Grogu, because everyone like calls him Grogu, or Baby Yoda. Yeah, Mandalorian's great. It's probably the best Star Wars show, in my opinion, except for Clone Wars. Superman and Lois, another Arrowverse show, probably the best one. 5 out of 10. It's decent. Then we got Kung Fu Panda: The Dragon Knight. Did you watch some of this with me?
I watched, I think, the first episode.
I forgot I watched this. I love Kung Fu Panda.
I love how I just like watch all the first episode.
Yeah, and just give up. We haven't got to any that you've watched the whole season of, have we?
No.
Yeah, it's a fun little kids show. It's harmless. Westworld. Oh, Westworld. Season 1, masterpiece. One of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. Then season 2, I was so lost. I didn't know what was going on, but I still enjoyed it. Season 3, got even more lost. Still enjoyed it a little bit. This, nothing. Now it's cancelled. No conclusion to it. It's what fall from grace. Then we got The Walking Dead season 11, final season. It was okay. Don't care. Chucky season 2. Yeah, it's a follow-on. It's an actual continuation of the film franchise, and it's fun. It's kind of like corny, but of course it is. It's Chucky, but it's fun. If you like Chucky, you'll probably like it.
If you like Chucky, go and watch that new Megan movie that's coming out.
Oh yeah, we need to see that. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. A lot of people love this one. I'm not a massive anime guy, but I heard this one is considered one of the best animes ever. And yeah, season 3 this is, and it was good. It has really good fight scenes, really good animation, but everything in between is just like, eh.
Yeah.
1883. This is a spin-off of Yellowstone. It had really good reviews. It's better than Yellowstone, but it's still pretty boring. Then we got Killing Eve, another fall from grace. It started off as a masterpiece. Season 1 is amazing.
I think I got up to the bit where she gets kidnapped by some guy in a house. I think that's
I think that's season 2.
Yeah, and then I stopped.
I would love for me and Jason to collab with you guys. We could do a couple v couple stream or something.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, some kind of like game show or quiz.
Yeah.
I've actually seen the first Chucky movie before, but really excited to check out the rest of them. I remember the third one being good. I think we'll rewatch the Chucky films for one of our Flickoween rankings in the future. I think we should do that. But yeah, they're fun. Yeah, Killing Eve, disappointing. Miss Marvel,
I thought this was Marvelous Mrs.
Oh, that's also
Marvel.
on here. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, yeah. There's very similar names actually. Marvelous Mrs. Marvel. This was decent. It was a quirky little fun thing. I like the lead in it. It's got some funny dialogue, but the actual superhero stuff is just so uninteresting to me now. It's just the same old. There's a portal and people are fighting. I'm just a bit bored of it now. Yeah, I completely agree. The ending of Killing Eve did fall off massively. It was so dragged out as well. I think it could have probably been 3 seasons. Then we got Obi-Wan Kenobi. Did you watch any of this with me? You didn't, did you?
I watched
the
first episode.
Yeah.
Wasn't that with my dad?
No, your dad wouldn't watch this.
Or maybe that was Mandalorian.
Yeah. You watched this with me, I think, the first episode.
Yeah.
Has some really great moments in it, but some not so great moments in it. I love
Quite high up.
I love episode 5. Is it 21? It's the midway point.
Oh,
Really
look who it is.
Oh, look, the marvelous Mrs. Maisel. We're in the positives now. 6 out of 10. This show, the second.
6? Oh,
6 out of 10.
I see.
Yeah.
I see your ranking now. I
Yeah,
thought you
just-
was 7. I was like, what? Okay. I get it.
This is probably the weakest season, but it's a great show. The next season's going to be the last. It's a fun little show with like a great lead.
I watched the first season of it, didn't I?
You watched the first 2 episodes. The first episode's really great, and then season 1's a bit boring after that. But then season 2 picks up massively.
Did I? Oh no, I swear
You might
I
have watched like 4. You
I
might
think
have
I
watched
watched like 4
4.
episodes, and the like first 2 or 3 were good.
No, the first
And
1 was
then-
good, and then it slows.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got up to a bit when she was just like doing some comedy sketch, and she just started like stripping off. didn't
That's the
she?
first episode. You probably only watched the first one.
Oh.
Yeah, Scott, don't even worry about it. You don't need to catch up on Marvel. The best show is right
Yeah.
here on screen. She-Hulk is the best one they have to offer from this year. A lot of people
And
hate
it's
this
still only
one.
at 6.
Yeah, so many people hate this one. It has been. I mean, it was review bombed beforehand because there's a lot of like
Review
sexist people.
bombed?
Like people will just give it 1 out of 10 before
Oh.
watching it the second it came out, and because like it's got a feminist message and it's a little on the nose, but it's meant to be. It's just like a sitcom. It's just a dumb sitcom, and people hating on it like crazy. There's a bit where she's I thought this was really funny when she's just like She-Hulk just starts twerking with Megan Thee Stallion in like an after credit scene, and everyone was posting it on Twitter like this is what Marvel has become. Like it's just a bit of fun. Like who cares? Marvel has not been a serious thing ever. Why does it really matter if she's twerking with Megan Thee Stallion? I think that's a funny concept. Next we've got Tales of the Jedi, Star Wars show. This is one of the better ones. This is an anthology series. Each episode is different. One set is about Ahsoka, the other is about Count Dooku. I much prefer the Count Dooku ones. Then we've got Andor, another Star Wars show. This was, I think it could have been shorter, is the biggest issue. It's really well made and the acting's good, but it shouldn't have been 12 episodes. We haven't got to any that you've seen yet.
No.
Love, Death and Robots. Did you watch any of those with me? I don't
No.
think so. This is another anthology show. Some episodes are really good, some are really bad. The one where they're fighting in the water is really cool. I can't remember the name of it. That's the best one. Loving the stream so far. Really enjoyed it. Left a like on the stream. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Scott. I'm
Scott.
glad you're liking it.
Oh,
Harley
what
Quinn,
is that?
season 3. It's a shark. That's King
Is that
Shark.
from Shark Tale?
This is a fun show, Harley Quinn. It's just a funny like adult kind of sitcom about Harley Quinn. I recommend it if you like DC stuff. Then we got Peaky Blinders, the final season, season 6. Still really good, but probably the weakest season of Peaky Blinders. But then it's not really ended. I think they're making a movie of it because it left a bit open
They're
ended.
making a film.
Yeah, like to close it off. Oh, here we go, Scott. We've got Cobra Kai season 5. 7 out of 10. This is probably my least favourite season of Cobra Kai, so that's a good sign for the show. I really like the villain. What's his name? Scott, what's his name? Terrence something? He was in Karate Kid 3. He's the best part of it, 100%. Then we've got Stranger Things season 4, 8 out of 10. This is probably my favourite season of
8?
Stranger Things.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people weren't a fan of the last episode, but I loved it. It's 2.5 hours long, which like is a bit of an issue since it's meant to be an episode, but
It's like our videos.
yeah, exactly. Right, Gangs of London season 2. First one is a masterpiece. It's directed by Gareth Evans of The Raid fame, The Raid and Raid 2. Love those films. Greatest action movies of all time. Gangs of London season 1 follows on from that. Not follows on. It's not the same story, but as in it's just as good action. And then season 2 is not directed by Gareth Evans, so it's not as good. Yeah, Cobra Kai. Terry Silver, thank you. I said Terrence, I think. It was close. Then we got What We Do in the Shadows season 4. This is just a really funny show. I love, God, I'm bad with names. Matt Berry. He's hilarious. This is just a fun show about vampires. Peacemaker, another fun show. We haven't got to any that Rachel have seen. This is really funny. I like James Gunn's style of comedy. He directed it. It's a spin-off of the Suicide Squad. Watch it if you like the Suicide Squad. Then we got The Offer. This is a show about the making of The Godfather. I rewatched The Godfathers recently. Amazing films. Even the third one I love. And this show is also really good. The Boys, season 3. I think Sophie mentioned The Boys. Love it. This is my favourite season so far, I think. Great season. Really funny. Really, really creative. Then we got Better Call Saul. We're near the top. We're near the top and you haven't seen any of them. I can't believe this. Better Call Saul season 6. Best season of the show, 100%. I wasn't with the show at the beginning. I thought it was a bit slow. But the new season is amazing. He is so good, Bob Odenkirk, in it.
Can I guess your number 1 before you get to it?
Yeah, you can guess my top 3 if you want.
Okay.
What are we on now? What number's this?
6.
Oh yeah, it's right there. Oh, he's good one that you've seen.
I've watched
yeah.
this one.
All right, you lead this one.
It's about Jeffrey Dahmer. Evan Peters plays him.
Yes, he does.
I did like this, but I think it had some issues. There was an episode about a deaf man.
Yeah, deaf victim.
Which was one of his victims. But I think they should have just, not shown his death.
Yeah.
I just felt weird at that point. I think it would have been way, more respectful to not show that scene.
Because we really got to know that victim in the show.
And the other issue was I didn't like the order of the story.
Yeah, I agree.
They told it in so he gets caught at the beginning, and then it goes back to the start. But I would have preferred it if they just showed it
in order. Yeah.
Yeah, from the start to the end of him getting caught, because then you're like yes, he's finally got caught, whereas they've already spoiled that at the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's just
I guess it's not a spoiler because it happened in real life.
Yeah, but it just makes. I think it would just make it better.
I think we should address the elephant in the room in that it is a very controversial show. A lot of the victims' families did not want it made, so that's a big issue with it. But as an actual show and how it was kind of written and portrayed 90% of the time, it was really respectful. I think the deaf guy episode, Sophie says it was really hard to watch. I cried a lot. I think the rest of the show should have been about his victims, but the show's really good. The emotional points hit.
Didn't they show how they showed towards the end about how they wanted, when the flats, the apartments where Dharma lived, they wanted to turn it into a memorial, but they weren't allowed.
Yeah.
I think it was good that they showed that to show that.
Because it can bring light to it and make it a memorial now. Scott says, I love Breaking Bad. It's one of my favourite shows ever, so I should probably check out Better Call Saul. Yeah, if you can commit to it and push past some of the maybe slower bits, then definitely watch it. The Godfather films are fantastic. Sophie would highly recommend the first 2. Not too keen on the third one. Third one definitely has its problems, but it's got some great scenes in it.
Also, parts of Dharma as well. It was I didn't they should have just made you. I mean, I did hate him, but there were some scenes that made you feel sorry for him, or the way they filmed it or told the story. Some parts of it were trying to make you feel sorry for him, or at the end when he's in prison, and then he ends up killing that guy. Spoilers.
Yeah, wait, spoilers. Sorry.
It was kind of you were rooting for him to kill him. Did you get that, or was that just me?
Which guy are we talking about?
The guy Dharma killed in prison. Oh wait, no, he killed him.
Yeah, wait.
Sorry, wrong
So yeah, that makes sense that you were voting.
Yeah. Sorry, but there was other parts in it where it was trying to make you feel sorry for him, and I didn't like that. Because why don't you just make him this really horrible guy?
Yeah.
Because that's what he was.
Yeah, exactly. I think they shouldn't have made him, at very occasional points, made him a bit sympathetic.
Yeah, because when his dad and mum left him.
Yeah, in the flashback stuff, they make him a bit sympathetic.
Yeah, and his first kill, he was crying and felt bad or whatever. Did he actually feel bad?
We won't really know.
I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have. A person like that, I'm sure, doesn't feel bad.
Evan Peters' performance was amazing.
Yeah.
He deserves all the credit he gets for that. He was so good.
Yeah.
What do you reckon my number 4 is? Do you know? I don't even remember what my 4 and 3 is. I remember my 2 and 1.
I don't know.
It is. Euphoria
Oh.
season 2. I forgot that was last year. I love this show so much. I think it's amazing. I did not expect to like it that much. So good.
We were quite late to watching it.
Mm.
I was told from someone at my work and was like, go and watch it, you'd really like this show. And I was like, okay. I'd literally never heard of it.
Did you not? I'd heard everything about it, but I thought it was
No,
just
I
going to be
hadn't
some
heard of it.
corny
And then
like
I
drug show.
got you to watch it with me, didn't I?
Mm.
And then we were
Fell in love with
we
it
were
instantly.
literally binge watching it.
Yeah. This
Watching it every night.
episode 3 and 4 or 4 and 5, 2 of them are like masterpieces.
We caught up when season 2 was live, didn't we? That's how quick we watched season 1.
Yeah. I think season 2 was like 4 episodes in, and we caught up like
Yeah.
as episode 6 came out or something, or 5. I fell down a rabbit hole after the show, watched loads of footage of Dahmer in an interview. He was asked if he wasn't caught, would he still be killing? He replied so coldly, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I can
just-
see that. Cause
I think they got his personality wrong in the show.
like he obviously did have like the thing where he couldn't stop, like it was like an addiction, wasn't it? So I'm
Yeah.
guessing that part was true. But whether he felt remorse at some points, don't know.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first season of Euphoria and thought it was absolutely incredible. I still think the first season might be better, but they're both like 9 out of 10s.
Yeah,
so.
I'm excited for the next season. But
which is like 2
apparently
years.
Takes ages. Don't
Yeah,
know
they
why.
make them every 2 years. It's because they put so much effort. Sam Levinson?
They make about like 50 bloody Star Wars seasons, and they can't
Oh.
make a Euphoria one.
No, it's because they put so much
within
effort into the
like
filmmaking of
6
it.
months.
Whereas like Star Wars is just like they just film it in a volume room. That's what they
Yeah.
call it. Number 3 is House of the Dragon. Another one you've seen. You've seen my top 5, I think.
I would have put Euphoria above House of Dragon.
It's pretty
Definitely.
interchangeable.
I would have put Euphoria 9
Yeah, these
and
two
House
are
of Dragon
interchangeable.
like a 7.
7. Really, I
0.5,
loved it.
8.
8, you round it up to an 8, yeah.
7.5.
7.5. This is such a great successor to Game of Thrones. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. Season 1 to 6, and then 7 and 8 fell off massively. And this was way
I like
better.
7.
No, I like some parts of 7. Yeah, this is amazing. All the way through, pretty much. The only issue I have is the time jumps are quite a lot. Like you'll get to know a version of the character, and then their actor will change.
Yeah.
Whereas
I
one character will stay the same
and I
age.
preferred them like
Younger.
the younger characters.
The actors were really good when they were younger.
And Matt Smith. God, he's a little
Oh, Matt Smith's great.
little dick, isn't he?
House of the Dragon started off
Weirdo.
strong for me, but went downhill
Weirdo.
fast. Yeah, they're all weirdo. All the time skips. I agree with the time skips, yeah. But I still, the last couple episodes, episode 9, was it episode 9? The dinner scene? I won't spoil it. But that episode's so
yeah.
good. Still need to watch Game of Thrones. Oh, Scott, get on it.
Yeah, you need to watch
You
that.
can forget Better Call Saul and all the Marvel stuff. Get on Game of Thrones.
If I was you, I'd watch it with someone.
Yeah. Watch it.
Cause
Watch it with a Game of Thrones nerd. If you have any
Yeah.
Game of Thrones nerds friends, then they'll just tell you, keep you up to date on everything, because there's so many characters. So if you get confused, you just ask them. What do you reckon number 2 is?
Emily in Paris.
Number 2. Do you want to
Was
talk
it
about your
number
shows
one?
before we get to number 2 and number 1?
Is Emily in Paris number 1?
Do you want to talk about your shows? Because you've seen a couple that I haven't.
I've seen Love Is Blind.
Which season of that was it?
Season 2? Oh, there's just so much drama in it. It's just great.
She tells me about it all the time. She loves it.
What else? Emily in Paris.
You're so low down. Look how low down you are.
And then Euphoria, House of the Dragon. I think that's
What was
it.
Emily in Paris like? What would you give that out of 10?
I watched the
Give
first
them a
season
rating
of
out
Love
of 10.
Life with Anna Kendrick in it, and I really liked it. I thought it was really good. And then the next season just changes to like, so Anna Kendrick, she's in it, but she's not the main person anymore.
Oh.
It's about a love life of a different character. So I didn't watch that season. I didn't like that season
Oh.
as much.
So it's kind of like an anthology show.
Well, to be fair, I only watched like the first episode.
What would you give it out of 10?
What?
Love Life. Season 1.
Season
Or
1.
the most recent. Whatever one was 2022.
No, I don't even.
You're just talking about. Right, what about Love Is Blind? What would you rate that?
About seasons in general. I don't even think that was even 2022. I feel like that was like
You're just
2018.
talking about any shows
something.
you've watched. Sarah Jane Adventures.
I didn't watch that this year.
Love Is Blind out of
10. Like a 7.
Emily in Paris season 3 out of 10.
Like a. Let me think. Like a 6, because it's getting a bit annoying now, because she had this really nice boyfriend who's British, and then she's just gonna ditch him for the bloody main guy. But why? And there was like this whole like wedding at the end, and then like they don't actually get married. Not her.
Spoilers.
Someone else.
Wait, speak up a little bit. I don't know if the mic can pick you up.
I don't want to spoil it.
Oh yeah, true.
But it's just stupid, isn't it? But it's just great.
What about you watched the Tim Burton episodes of Wednesday? Then
oh
stopped.
yeah, I watched 4 episodes of Wednesday.
Yeah, he directed the first 4.
I didn't really like it that much. I liked I can't remember which episode it was, but it felt so much like it felt similar to Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Because they had like this whole like contest.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. Yeah.
Kayaks. Yeah, I really liked that episode.
And then they swim underwater and get run away from a dragon.
Like any of it. It's got Brienne.
Oh yeah, it does,
from
doesn't
Game
it?
of
Yeah.
Thrones.
Brienne of Tarth.
And she said this is the first time she's ever felt pretty in a show. I thought that was quite cute.
Oh, I think she's pretty in Game of Thrones.
No, but like
you know.
they don't. Yeah,
but they call her ugly in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like, make her like manly in shows because she's like tall.
Obviously, it fit the character perfectly in Game of Thrones. Like she was really well cast.
Have you watched You?
I have sorry, we missed Sophie's one. I have a Game of Thrones dragon egg tattoo. Crazy.
Have you watched You? New season next month. I watched the first season of You.
I watched the first episode. Didn't like it.
I liked the first season of You.
And you just gave up.
And then I started watching the second one. I think I got halfway through and I stopped. And then I started watching it the next year, but didn't know where I was up to. So I started it from the beginning, got halfway through again, and stopped again. So I've watched half of the second season about 5 times.
Didn't you do that with Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I don't know why I do that. I just need to watch it from the beginning because I can't remember the story, and then I end up stopping in the same place.
She literally watched Breaking Bad all the way up to season 4, and stopped, and then did it again, and then did it again, and then finally when she was with me, like this was before we were together, and then when she was with me, I was like, finish it, just finish it now, and then she,
and then I finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. But that's not 2022, but that is like
2013, I think it ended.
9.5 out of 10.
That's a 10 out of 10 for me. Breaking Bad, best show. Okay, my number 2. Is that all for your TV shows?
Yeah, I think so.
My number 2. Do you want to guess?
Oh, ooh.
You know what the 2 are, but you don't know the order.
Severance.
Wait, don't slow down. Just pick one. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Severance. Okay, you're correct. 10 out of 10. Severance. My number 1 and 2 are interchangeable as well, to be fair. They're both like masterpieces. I have not, just for context, I do not give many seasons of shows 10 out of 10. I haven't done it in like 3 years, and I've given 2 this year. This was amazing. I did not expect to like it because I'm not a huge sci-fi kind of fan. Oh, battery's low. Right, Rachel, keep talking. The audio will pick you up.
This isn't even my show. Okay.
You watched the first episode.
I watched
in
the
the
first
background.
episode of this, and I'm gone.
Yeah, but you can still hear you. I'm just changing the battery.
But I couldn't really get into it.
You were on your phone.
I think it's because it was meant to be boring, not boring. Because the first episode is like them going to like work and just doing like the boring 9 to 5 job, and it's all the rooms. Oh, I'm like rocking around here.
Christmas
all
tree.
The rooms are like all beige and plain colours, so it's like makes you bored.
Well, it's one of those shows that like it's a build-up show, so it just gets better and better as it goes along. Every single episode literally gets better, because it's unraveling the mystery and everything. And I've never been so hooked since Westworld season 1. So I'm hoping It's got a really satisfying ending. It's only 9 episodes. I beg you go watch it. I'm a little worried because of the Westworld thing that season 2 maybe won't live up to the expectations because it ended so like well, and you're like, what's gonna happen next? But yeah, really good show, and I was so shocked when the credits came up after the first episode and it said directed by Ben Stiller. I thought that maybe like there was another person called Ben Stiller and it's just one of those things where they have the same name.
What?
But Ben Stiller created the show.
You joking?
He's amazing.
Thanks to the 3 people still watching, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. I don't know if I'm one of them.
I'm assuming it's... Is it?
I don't know.
Oh.
Could be.
I'm assuming it's Scott, Sophie.
Yeah, I'm one of them. It's Scott and Sophie and me.
Okay.
Right, I've left now.
Thanks, Ben, for watching.
Actually, wait. I'll stay in just so it looks like our numbers are up. So number 1. Do you want to say what it is, Rachel?
Is it that show that my dad's watched?
Oh, Succession. No, that's
Yeah.
2021. Didn't
Oh.
have a season this year. Oh, I thought you knew it.
I've gone blank.
Are you ready? You've seen it with me.
Wait.
The Rehearsal.
Oh.
This is so good. I watched a couple Nathan For You stuff, Nathan Fielder. I really liked it, but I never properly got into the show. And then this came out, it was only 6 episodes, and it's so clever. I've never seen anything like it. I'm cozy in bed watching, eating a donut.
I really want a donut.
Same actually. Should get one from the shop after this.
I want like Krispy Kreme, the strawberry one.
No.
Well, no,
Just
the
a
one
glaze,
with like
just a regular
strawberry
glaze.
icing on top. It's called like strawberry shortcake.
What donut is it, Sophie?
I bet it's like a custard one.
Custard ones are beautiful. If it's a
No.
custard one, then
Anyway, Rehearsal is like a documentary type of, how would you like an experiment.
Yeah, it's social experiment documentary.
Yeah. But it was really good. But I was a bit confused by the way the episodes were.
Structured.
Because it seemed like every episode was going to be a different scenario. But
because the first episode was different, then it changed in the second.
And then it just stayed the same scenario, but trying different things.
Yeah, from episode 2 onwards, it's the same scenario, and then
But it
episode
was still
1.
really good.
Yeah, but episode 1 fit with the theme, so it kind of he brought it back at the end.
I liked when they brought in some guy to like live in the house with
the first guy
with the girl.
Yeah.
And then it turns out he was like doing
massive
drugs or
arsehole,
something.
yeah.
And then he got kicked off.
Yeah, he had a fight with his roommate.
So
or
then the
something.
guy who's doing the show ended up going into the experiment. I just love how it was all like kind of improvised.
Yeah, it was all
and it wasn't
on the spot.
Like if something went wrong, oh well, we'll just like try this and.
Yeah, but that's why it's called The Rehearsal, because they rehearsed every single scenario that could happen in the show, so that if something did go wrong, then they could sort it out, kind of thing. It's so clever, and Nathan's personality is so good because he's just deadpan, dry.
Yeah.
He just like talks as if he's like really bored and scared all the time, and
And the
it's just
first
funny.
episode is about a guy who basically he's part of like a quiz club.
Yeah.
And he told them that he had a degree when he didn't or something. So he's
For
got
years they thought he did,
So for years he's kept this lie, and he's got to go and tell the girl that he's friends with that it was a lie. So he, with the main guy of the show, rehearse every single way that it would go, like what they would be talking about, so that he could rehearse telling the truth to the girl, and then they go and do it, and it's just so funny.
It's so clever. We won't spoil it
It's
too
so
much because
good.
there's so many different
But I
things
wanted
they do.
like more scenarios like
Well,
that.
there's going to be season 2. There's
I
a season
hope there'll
2,
be
so
more like that.
everyone should watch both of these shows. I highly recommend them. I'm going to try and get Rachel to watch Severance again because she didn't give it a proper chance, and it is amazing. A ring donut from McDonald's. I don't know if I've had a ring donut from McDonald's in years.
No, me neither.
I assume they're alright, but I'm not
Yeah.
really a McDonald's guy.
I am.
Right, we're moving on to films now. This is the final segment of this video, and it's going to be Rachel's. I've loved the donuts from Greg's. Oh, that's a shout. Greg's make the best donuts. And the Yum Yums.
I want a sausage roll.
Alright, so we're doing... Oh, wrong screen.
I will be rapido.
So yeah, we're going to do... What I think we should do is... When you get to your top 10, we'll stop, and then I'll get to my top 10, stop, and we'll compare our top 10s.
Okay.
So you just go from the bottom to Why is it not coming up? Show windows with empty names. Huh.
Chrome.
Letterbox screen sharing. Oh, it's come up with that one. Oh.
Yeah,
There we go.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
So you just scroll on the side there. No, on that bit. So you just scroll.
Oh, okay.
No, you don't click on it. You just like this.
Okay, no, I get it.
Oh, someone else has joined. We've got 4 people.
Okay, so oh,
Oh, this is a controversial one.
So number 58. So I've watched 58 films in 2022.
Mm-hmm. We plan on seeing more. There's a lot that haven't come out in England yet.
So 58 in 58th place, it is Strange World.
Oh, careful.
Strange World. Mine's gonna be really random, weird, not weird, but random. Some are cringy films. Some are popular films. Some are obscure because Ben makes me watch them. So they're all it's all a bit mixed. So you're probably a film you've seen will be in this list.
Yeah.
Strange World
being at the bottom. That's
I
big.
watched this in the background with Ben. I really didn't want to watch it. He just wanted to watch it. He was like, please watch with me, please. So I was like, fine.
We were looking at houses.
I was watching parts of it and I was just like, this is just so boring.
It's so generic.
I mean, it probably shouldn't be at the bottom of the list, but it just is because I was just fed up with it.
It's literally like a AI wrote it. It's just got the typical like father son
There's nothing
don't
really
like each
to
other.
It. It's just
Jake Gyllenhaal wasn't very good in it, and I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
Anyway, 57th is Love and Gelato.
Wait, so can I just say her star ratings don't match the rankings? So the star ratings are like kind of more objective, right?
Probably should have given Love and Gelato should probably be at the bottom. Okay, but I just put Strange World there because I was just so annoyed. And because it was Disney, like, they should do better. Yeah,
but you do it like the star ratings are like kind of more objective, like how well they were made, mixed with your personal feelings. But then the rankings are just like your personal feelings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Jason gets 50% off in Greg's.
Should we all get the
2 hours
discount?
away.
We'll go drive 2 hours to get Jason.
You might be further away.
I've only seen 20 or 21. Yeah, we watched quite a lot.
20 or 21, what films?
Films.
Oh wow, go me.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Josh has seen loads. His list was like 200.
Love and Gelato was a Netflix film. It was awful, cringy. I basically downloaded it for a plane journey, and it was the only thing I had downloaded, so I had to watch it or go to sleep. I probably should have chosen sleep. But there you go.
By the way, when we get to one that I've also seen, we'll talk about it now. So that when it gets to my list,
it's coming up.
When it gets to my list, I'll just skip past him.
The Bubble.
The Bubble. What a film! This is what's his name? Judd Apatow.
Yeah, we're in Essex, Sophie. We live in.
Yes.
We're in Blackmore at the minute.
Yeah, Blackmore, Essex. Just doxed me. He just revealed my location.
That's fine.
Yeah, this film...
And this is a live stream as well.
Yeah, there's no deleting it.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, really unfunny. It's about it's set during COVID time. It's like a satire on COVID. And yeah, worst film Judd Apatow's made. And I'm not even a big Judd Apatow fan.
Yeah. After Ever Happy at number 55.
Such a shit name. That is the worst name for a film I've ever heard in my life.
They're just taking the piss now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Basically, in each After film, they have to do something with After in the title. That's why it's.
They could have just called it Happy Ever After. They could have just called it that.
Yeah, but no, but it's not a Happy Ever After because they don't. It doesn't end happy.
So what is an After Ever Happy then?
Basically, in each film, it is the exact same, exactly the same. They fall in love, then they go for an issue, and then they are annoyed at each other. It's just, and it's such
really
a toxic relationship. It is so awful. It is like how to not be in a relationship. Like, if you want to know how to not be in a relationship, watch these movies and do the opposite.
Is this the fourth one?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And there's going to be another one.
How?
So I will talk about that next year in our round.
Yeah, she's tried to get me to watch them, and this is the one time she's not managed to convince me to watch something.
Each one is getting worse and worse and worse. So it's not ending happy, I'm afraid. Yeah. Okay, next is Do Revenge. Loads of people liked this film. It's a Netflix film. Everyone was talking about it. Everyone was like, this is so good. I did not like it.
I didn't watch it.
It was just like Mean Girls, but
Mean Girls is good.
yeah, but awful, like a really bad version of Mean Girls. I
Mm.
just thought,
Oh, is this the one where they're talking about like foreign films and it's really cringy conversation? Like, it
yeah,
sounds
and
really
then-
pretentious.
Yeah, and then there's a bit where she like drugs everyone with mushrooms.
Oh, Sophie Turner's in it, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
scene's so funny. That was, you know what? That was the best bit about the show.
The
I
show?
like that bit. The film, sorry.
Oh, I've
next
seen this.
is Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Hmm.
the new one.
Somehow the
Just-
worst Texas Chainsaw Massacre film.
It's basically is a bit where the main woman from the original film, right?
Yes, but it's
Comes
not the
back
same
into
actress.
She gets chainsawed about 5 times and just doesn't die.
Spoilers. We need to say spoilers before we reveal a
Maybe
main
she
character
does
death.
eventually.
Yeah.
Who knows? Or maybe she doesn't. But
Yeah,
yeah.
if you want to hear us talk about this more, we talk about it in our pick off horror film list and our pick off horror death
Oh, she's in
tournament list.
Colchester. I know lots of people from Colchester.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people from my work live in Colchester. Okay, number
Ooh,
52 is
fresh.
Fresh. Lots of people like this film as
Mhm.
well. I watched some these horror girls on YouTube one's called Possessed by Horror and one's called Spooky Astronauts, and they really liked this film, so I gave it a watch with Ben. I was like, can we watch this together? And yeah, it wasn't great.
Old AF is here. What's
I don't-
cracking
I
off
don't
them
like
guys?
I don't like scenes of watching like meat being cut up. It just like freaks me
Is
out.
that the only reason you rated it this low?
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to see that.
Old AF's arrived.
Oh, hi.
Hello, matey.
How you doing?
Originals also. You loved it more than the original? No way. The
Oh.
original is so good. It's amazing. I love the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I remember liking the 2003 one. I can't remember much about it.
Right, next is... Oh, it's not moving.
Oh wait, I didn't even say about Fresh. I was just going to say, like, there's a lot of... This is like a new genre, which we both kind of hate, but a lot of people like. And there's a bunch of films that are coming up that kind of fit this genre.
51 is The Lost City.
Boring.
I was lost
in the
in
city.
this city. Yeah.
No, they're just
Because
literally...
it was just so
They
bad.
just walk around the jungle for like an hour of the film, just talking. It's so boring.
Yeah, it's like The Jungle Book featuring Channing Tatum and... What's her name?
It's
with
nothing
no
like The
animals.
Jungle. No songs. No
Yeah.
animation.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the live action Jungle Book, aren't you? That's right.
No, because in the Jungle Book, it's just Mowgli like walking
Yeah,
around the
but you
jungle.
like Jungle
It's
Book.
them two walking around the jungle.
Oh, we got
That's
6
literally
viewers. I was really let down by the original Texas Chainsaw. Sally screaming, done my head in. Oh yeah, but it's so raw. It feels like you're actually watching someone run
Can
away.
anyone tell by the top of the poster
Oh,
what
yeah.
the next one is? I wonder. It is blonde
Didn't watch this one.
at number 50. Yeah. I just found this film really offensive, and if I was Marilyn Monroe, I would like sue. Oh, I don't know
She's
why
not
any.
alive.
Surely someone in her family have like sued. Yeah, I know that.
Why hasn't she sued yet? What's
But
going
why
on?
is no one like someone in her family must have sued, right?
No,
Because basically,
because it's fictional. It's like
I was watching this because I don't actually know much about Marilyn Monroe's life. I was watching it like just thinking what was going on was like factual. And then I looked it up and they're all just like rumours, and they've just put together a
Yeah.
film based on a bunch of rumours, taken them as if they are true, and just made this whole film up about this poor like actress, singer, and just like made it a misery, like her life is a misery, and just all this
Her life is
shit
a
happened
misery.
which wasn't true.
Is
Or
it
could have been true, but probably isn't.
is it well made? Because that's what I've heard. It's like it
Um,
looks beautiful and everything. Like, and the acting's good.
No.
Right, next top
Well,
50. It's
I
made
don't
it into
know,
the
but
top 50 though. Well
There
done,
was
Blonde.
just some scenes that were just awful, like as in just so offensive.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Oh, this is low.
Sorry.
Oh shit! I know Josh loves
See,
this
I
one.
haven't really checked this list, so some might be in the wrong place. But I just go for my thoughts at the time. Like, if I'm just really annoyed at a movie, I'll just, like, shove it right at the bottom just because I'm so annoyed.
Yeah.
Basically, we went to Everyman and I used my voucher on this film. It was this on the menu, to be fair.
No, it was After Sun as well was an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have gone After Sun.
And
Because now
I
we
really,
can't
really
find it.
liked the first Knives Out. So I was, like, had a lot of high hopes on this. And I just didn't like it. It was just boring.
Yeah,
And I didn't
kind of
find it
unfunny,
funny.
it fits the same kind of genre as Fresh.
I just wanted to get out of the cinema because I just wasn't enjoying it. None of it.
It fits the same genre as Fresh because it's like trying to be a satire, but it's like so on the nose and it's trying to be all quirky. Yeah. It's the best version of that kind of genre.
What's his name?
Daniel Craig.
Yeah. His accent in this was just funny. So annoying.
No, I found it funny. I liked it. He was the
does
best part
the same
of it for me.
accent in the first film, doesn't he?
Yeah,
I need to rewatch
so.
that.
Same.
I remember really liking the first one, so I don't know what happened
here.
here.
That's...
I love the first one. I haven't seen the sequel yet, but we're really looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, a lot of people like it. We're in the minority.
A lot of people like it.
It's higher on my list, by the way. This is Rachel's list. We'll get to mine.
Okay, next is... Sorry.
No way. We'd cut stuff like this out. If Rachel has the most controversial opinion, we'd cut it out.
I haven't
but we're
really
live.
looked at my list, but decision to leave. I think I just need to be smarter because
I
did not. I mean,
you and Becky were talking a lot during this film, and I was really trying to focus because it's quite confusing.
It just felt like one of those movies, like Tenet, where it just makes it so confusing and just.
It's better than Tenet.
Like, it just bores me. I'm like, okay, you don't need to, like, serve it on a plate to me and explain everything to me, but, like, I need to know what's going on.
Yeah,
I
got most of it, but then by the end I was like, I didn't really get that, but I still really liked it, but we'll get to it.
I was just like, I don't know, just, yeah.
We should have watched it without Becky. I think
I
you and me
don't find
could have focused on it
movies
more.
fun that are too confusing.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like that about Tenet.
Yeah.
This is the most controversial free film run I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. Look at those three. 49, 48 and 47.
I wonder if there's any like really bad ones that are like higher than these.
Yeah, there is. There's got to be. You haven't gone through that many bad films yet.
It's going to be. Right, the Batman. Okay, I am being a bit mean to this film, but I just had so much high hopes for it.
High hopes.
Okay, positives.
Someone left now because you've done this.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Positives. I really like Robert Pattinson as Batman. I actually preferred him to Christian Bale.
I think
as
Robert
Batman.
Pattinson was great.
Yeah.
Best Batman.
But it was really long, and I didn't think it needed to be that long. It just was quite dark, like as in the
Physically.
lighting.
Yeah, it's meant to be.
Yeah, and it just felt so that I just got bored. I'm sorry.
I guarantee people will click on. We need to scroll past this
And
soon because they'll just see a 4 out of 10 for Batman and be like, what the fuck?
It's just the same thing. Like there wasn't anything really unique to it. Sorry.
I still need to wait. I still need to watch Decision to Leave. Heard amazing things about it though. I really enjoyed seeing your list though. Yeah, it's Rachel's is a very interesting list because it does not. Wait. Oh, because it doesn't match other people's.
Right.
And Batman Solo, shocking. Yeah, I know.
Hellraiser, the remake. I watched the original probably like 2 weeks before watching this one.
No, like a day before. We watched them both together.
Really, I liked the original.
Love
it was
the original.
completely different to what I expected.
It's so weird.
But then this one, basically, I thought the original Hellraiser was going to be bad because I had in my head of like what the film was going to be like, and it wasn't. But then the remake was what I had in my head.
Yeah,
that
but
it was
the
going to be
remake
like.
ended up
So
being
I didn't
worse.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't want it to be like that.
It's an okay film. It didn't stand out to me, but it's got some really cool like practical effects and stuff in it.
Yeah.
But the original, much better.
Yeah.
Oh, The Batman is my second favourite movie of last year and it's probably one of my favourite movies ever. Yeah, Rachel's...
Sorry.
See how people dislike
I
it there.
preferred Joker, I preferred The Dark Knight.
Yeah, I think Dark Knight's better.
Way more than that film.
It kind of didn't stand out to me as its own thing. Like, why did it necessarily need to be made? It didn't tell much of a different story that the Nolan trilogy didn't already tell, you know?
Yeah.
But I like The Riddler. I liked a lot about it. It's higher on my list than it is on Rachel's.
No. Right, next is Prey.
Another one that people like.
Ben was like, Rachel, let's watch this movie because I've heard really good
it had really good
reviews
reviews
on it. So I was like, okay. It was just like a bad version of
Jungle Book.
Alien versus Predator.
No, Alien vs Predator is way worse. No.
No, like what is it called?
Alien.
Like Predator.
Predator.
Yeah.
It is Predator. It's a sequel to Predator.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Wait, it's a prequel
Forgot.
to Predator. It's set years
Yeah,
before.
just not. Yeah, no.
Wait, so you thought this was just like a rip-off?
But there was. No, I just forgot. I think, but yeah.
The action's not
really
great
like
either. I didn't really like the action.
It was quite boring.
The ending wasn't that kind of satisfying either. It was. I give it the same rating, 4 out of 10. Ah, Turning Red.
Turning Red.
Another one people like. This is a lot that people like so far. It was okay.
The very first 20 seconds, I was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, it's so fast paced.
And then it like slowed down a bit. And then I thought it was good. And then the ending, I was like, what is going on here? And basically, I've done a review on this before.
We talked about it a lot.
But everyone was saying it was about periods, which I didn't really get, other than it being called Red.
Turning Red.
Like,
Red's a
I
Bruce
just
Willis
thought
film.
it was about like puberty in general, or just being different. Because it's all about, you know, accepting who you are. That's what I thought it was about.
Well, we go a lot more in depth in the Disney and Pixar film tournament. If you haven't seen that, we talk about it a lot more.
Yeah, and then I got really annoyed at the one part when the mum knows that she is going to turn into a panda at some point in her life. She's in the toilet for a long time, like upset or something, screaming, I think, and her mum's like, "Oh, you're on your period." If you know your daughter is going to turn into a panda, wouldn't that be on your mind? Like, you'd think that that's why she's screaming, not from a period. I mean, that's just me personally, but anyway.
Prey is maybe my favourite Predator film after the first two. I agree. Even though I didn't like it, I agree it's probably also my third favourite. And Turning Red, a lot of people did like it. Josh loves it as well.
I gave it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, it's an okay film. It's alright.
Pinocchio.
No way, Turning Red's better than Pinocchio. Come on. Pinocchio's shit.
Yeah, actually, they probably should be swapped around. Sorry.
It just takes everything about the original and makes it way worse.
This is the what one is this one? I mean, I know which one it is. But
it's directed by what's his name, Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah,
who
that
did like
one.
Back to the Future.
Because I don't want you to get it confused with one
Guillermo
that I
del
really
Toro,
like.
yeah.
So yeah, this one was just
not much to say about it. It's really ugly.
Yeah.
They make a Chris Pine joke in it.
Yeah. Like, this one didn't need to exist, basically.
Yeah, but they're going to keep doing it. This year they've got, I believe, Little Mermaid remake, and then next year they've got Lilo and Stitch and Snow White, so it's never going to end.
Right, next, Windfall.
Haven't seen this one.
This was on Netflix. It's kind of like a drama thriller. A lot of talking. Not much happens. I think it was meant to have meaning to it, but nah. To be fair, Turning Red should probably be above this as well. But anyway, moving on. It's got Lily Collins in from Emily in Paris, which is why I watched it.
Just seen the next one. Well, it's going to be in Rachel's top 10. It's going to be
I'm really sorry. I really thought I would like this film because I liked Whiplash. That's about it.
Just because it's about music.
I like a lot.
I like Tar.
I like a lot of. Well, it's not even an autobiography, is it? But
No,
those
it's
those
kind of
style.
Yeah, it's made to
films
seem
I
like
really
an autobiography.
Like. And Whiplash
Not an
isn't.
autobiography. Autobiography is a book.
Oh,
a biopic. Biopic. Yeah.
Whiplash is like the same because it's not actually true.
But this one's made to seem like it is true. A lot of people believed that she was a real person.
But I just don't like.
It's slow,
I
but
feel
it's
like
got
I
some
wanted
great
more
moments.
to happen.
There's some great scenes.
It didn't make sense because if you're not actually a biopic, then and you're not trying to stick to a true story, why wouldn't you make it more like dramatic
exciting.
or
Yeah, I get that.
Do you get what I mean?
But I think it's just not really our film, to be fair, because we are in the minority. I still liked it. Again, we'll get to my list.
Right, next is Not Okay.
Didn't watch this one.
This should probably be lower, to be fair. It's about a girl who pretends that she's gone to Paris, and
Emily.
there's like a terrorist attack in Paris, so all her friends think that she was in that attack.
Mm-hmm.
So then she just goes along with it.
That's not
Yeah.
okay.
No.
Scott says Whiplash is in my top 10 movies ever. It is in mine as
Whiplash
well.
is amazing.
I think it's my fourth, I believe.
Yeah,
I think it's my
Whiplash
fourth.
is great.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not okay. Next is The Fallout.
Josh loves this one. This is like his top 3 of the year, yeah.
It's got Maddie Ziegler in it and Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
It's about
I didn't watch it.
a shooting in school.
So we've got a terrorist attack and a shooting in a school. And
if you didn't read the plot and you went into it blind, I think you'd be really shocked at the beginning part. Because I didn't, and I was like, whoa, what's happening here? Like, I thought it was going to be like some like rom-com, something like that kind of film.
Yeah.
I did not expect it, so yeah.
It doesn't look like a rom-com based on that poster. It looks depressing as fuck. Aren't they like? Is it a romance between them two? Is that a thing?
Yeah, but I just feel like, not really much happens after like the shooting part.
Yeah, I don't really know much about this.
Next is
When
Doing Wild.
Disappointing. Tom, what's his name?
The only reason why it's above
check.
Turning Red is because I'm quite passionate about stop motion.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot of time and effort, so I can appreciate that. But yeah, this one
Same director as
wasn't the best
Coraline.
stop motion for me.
Directed Coraline, Nightmare Before Christmas.
I didn't
But yeah,
really
the story was
I didn't
pretty
really like
uninteresting.
the way they looked.
Yeah, it looked too clean. I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was alright.
They looked like dolls. I don't know how to explain it. I
They looked
just
almost
didn't like
CGI.
the look of
I
them.
thought, yeah.
And yeah, it didn't really stand out to me. Next, we've got Orphan First
A
Kill.
3 out of 10 above a 5 out of 10. It was entertaining
it's just 'cause
though.
It's a horror film.
It's entertaining,
and,
it's really dumb.
And she still looked young. I don't know how they did that.
It was I didn't like it, but I think it was like I remember it being fun and silly. There's like a fight on a rooftop.
I was just entertained.
Yeah, exactly.
Not gonna lie.
But it's not good. Like don't get me
No,
wrong.
it's not good. Next is Hocus
Oh
Pocus
yeah,
2.
this was alright.
I was really excited for this film.
The first one's really good. We watched it for the first time just before.
And actually, it wasn't that bad.
No, it was alright. It's kind of I like how the characters of three witches still felt the same as they did in the original, even though it's like 30 years later.
And the kid actors in this who played the three, like when they were young, were actually really good at like playing them.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They were
Yeah,
really good.
the flashback.
They casted them really well, I think.
Josh's video of his favourite films of last year was great. I watched this stream where he was doing the same thing. We've just copied his idea basically, and it's we do not talk about dolls. My nieces hid a creepy China doll in my bed with a note saying, "Come play with me." It scared the poo out of me. How old are your nieces? That sounds cruel. They're like 4. I think this might be my least favourite movie of last year, but I didn't mind it though. Hocus Pocus 2. Wait, so you haven't seen... So if you thought it was okay, but it was your least favourite, you must just watch good movies.
If you have not an attachment, but if you watched Hocus Pocus when you were young, then you're gonna
like it,
be a bit more nicer to this film, maybe, because you liked Hocus Pocus so much.
But we watched Hocus Pocus like a month before this came out.
There's a second film to it. Does that make sense? So you don't want to be like too mean to it.
It's like another film that's
so
on this list.
If I'd have never
seen
watched
what's
Hocus Pocus, then we probably would have given this lower. Next is Falling for Christmas, Lindsay Lohan film on Netflix. I didn't make Ben watching it. I was watching upstairs because he wouldn't watch it with me, and then he comes like crawling in, and like, fine, I'll watch it with you. And he was just, I wish he didn't watch it with me because he was just like hating on every single second.
Yeah, because every single aspect of this is so bad.
Yeah, but I like Christmas movies.
It's Lindsay Lohan's comeback film,
isn't it? It's my guilty pleasure. Netflix original Christmas movies is. I'm sorry. Apart from some of them, which I just don't bother watching, like Christmas Inheritance and all those.
Yeah,
weird
we still put them in our quiz.
But I will watch anyone with Lindsay Lohan, Vanessa Hudgens.
Christmas Night.
And what's another one? That's about it.
Emma Roberts.
Oh yeah, that was a good one as well. What was that one called?
The Intern. No.
No.
The Holiday.
Yeah, that was it. That one was good.
I don't know where I got the Intern from.
And technically, that's not just Christmas. You could
Keep
watch that
revealing
anytime
half
of
of
year,
your
right?
thing.
Next is
Chip and Dale.
you need to be looking at the comments,
Chip
by the way.
and
'cause
Dale. I have been.
Okay.
Chip and Dale.
Chip and Dale.
I really liked Falling for Christmas. Had a fun time with it. Wow. Okay, so I am in the minority out of us lot. Yeah, I've avoided most of the bad films from last year, to be fair. Might check out The Munsters, though. I completely forgot The Munsters was a thing.
The Munsters.
Yeah, apparently it's like... I saw the trailer and it looked really, really, really bad. But it's like... I feel like it's meant to be bad or something, I've heard. It's like purposefully bad. Anyway, Chip and Dale.
Anyway, Chip and Dale.
It's fun.
Yeah, it was... Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun film.
Yeah.
There's not much to say about it. It's just a fun
There
film.
was some
good
scenes I was
jokes.
laughing at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun film.
But I
One
don't
of Disney
know
Plus Originals'
if
best.
I would watch it again.
No, probably not.
Right, next.
Another Disney
Is
Plus Original.
Disenchanted.
I
Oh,
like
I was so
Disenchanted.
excited for
I-
this. I was so excited. I was really excited, but it just fell a bit flat for me, and I don't know if it was because I don't know. It was a bit long. I think they could have cut it down.
Yeah, I agree. It was like 2 hours or something, wasn't it?
I didn't hate it though.
I really
but
liked
I
some of the
was just really-
songs.
I was just really looking forward for this. I thought it was going to be amazing because it had been a while since Enchanted. But
Enchanted's great, the original. But this, I liked it quite a bit. It's probably the best Disney Plus original film.
I
There's
liked
not much
that
competition.
they focused on the girl because I thought they'd just like
What
ignore
girl?
her.
The
you know, the
child?
Like, yeah, the
Yeah,
child.
yeah.
I like how they gave her a bit more of a story. I thought they were just going to ignore her because
I thought this was really good.
they didn't.
I
So like,
actually really liked it.
yeah, the songs.
I really
weren't
like the songs.
no.
It's like a couple that weren't very
Enchanted
good.
songs I really like, but this basically
The
Enchanted.
villain song's great. The villain
Enchanted is
song's
like
great.
an 8 out of 10. This is like
A 5.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, no, the villain song's great, and then the one that Idina Menzel sings is also really great.
I'd rewatch Enchanted lots of times. I wouldn't rewatch this.
Oh, we should watch
Yeah,
Enchanted.
Sophie was disappointed as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it was
liked
too
it.
late after Enchanted. Agreed. Or they should, if they were going to wait that long, if they were going to wait that long, then they should have just waited even longer and made it better. Right, next.
we're in the
Scream.
positives. We've got a positive number.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. I agree. I gave it 6 out of 10 too.
It was fun.
Yeah.
We watched it in the cinema, so a lot of the times when I watch films in the cinema, it either makes me hate a film more if I'm not enjoying it,
The
or if I'm
Batman.
enjoying it, then it will make me
Like it even more, yeah.
Like if I watched this at home, I probably wouldn't have given it a 6.
It's probably the best Scream film since the first one. It's a fun film.
Yeah. Next, I need to be a bit faster.
Yeah, I just realised I got half
Right,
an hour.
no.
Well, we were going to say
This
this
is
is a
also-
2-hour stream, but we'll go a bit longer, obviously.
I've just seen the rating.
Oh my
for it.
god, yep, another
We were in the positives, now we're back to the negatives.
Wait, so you've given it a low rating, as in like objectively, but you've put it higher as in
Yeah,
enjoyability?
because I thought, no, I put it higher because of the cinematography.
Okay, I got it wrong.
And I didn't not like it. I was just a bit disappointed. I think my score reflects on sometimes if I'm really looking forward to a film and then it's not
Yeah, I was really
as good
excited
as
for
I
this.
think it's going to be, then it goes down.
This is probably also my most controversial opinion, is I also didn't like Nope.
I feel like it was trying to have a lot of meaning and
It was a bit jumbled.
yeah, like with Jordan Peele's other films like Get Out and Us.
And Us, yeah, I like
I
Us.
think they've told the meaning, like the metaphor, very well.
Yeah,
Whereas
very
this
like
one,
tight
I
and
just
compact.
feel like he was just trying too hard to make it happen when it wasn't really there for me. Like the metaphor wasn't really there.
But people love this one. Again, we're in
Or
the minority.
maybe it wasn't a very strong metaphor for me.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe.
we watched some
The
videos
other
on it
ones
after.
are
It makes
more-
sense.
The other ones are more like mean something more to me, because like Get Out's about like racism and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas like this one wasn't just about like abusing animals in
And like,
the film industry.
not just about that. There was more to it. It was like about like kind of exploiting stuff.
Yeah.
Scream was really good. I thought my third favourite film from the franchise yet. My second favourite, Scream 2022, apart from A Certain Death, which broke me. I agree with that. And are you looking forward to Scream 6? I am, but I don't like that they aren't bringing back... what's her name? I'm so bad with names. The main actress.
From Friends.
No, the main actress.
Oh, her.
Courtney Cox is coming back, but they
What's
didn't
her
pay her
name?
enough, I believe, and she asked for a high pay.
Sarah. No, I don't know.
Oh, that's going to bug me. One of them, Scott or Sophie, can you let us know?
Does she have like bobbed hair?
She's the lead. She's
Yeah,
the lead.
yeah, I know who you're talking about. Next is Smile.
Smile above Scream and Nope. What?
I just enjoyed it more than them.
It's really funny at some points.
I
Yeah.
was more entertained, so that's why it's higher.
Nev Campbell. That's
I
it.
gave it a low score because of cinematography and.
Cinematography went. The cinematography was good.
Nah.
That was yeah.
I just gave it high because it just made me laugh.
It's really like done.
There was just some bits.
It's just
that
a
literally
copy
made
of
me
every
laugh.
other like It Follows. What's the other one?
Yeah,
Truth
yeah,
or
that's
Dare,
why I gave it
stuff
low
like
as
that.
well because it just copied It Follows.
It literally copied every
in a bad
every single horror film that's been out in like the past 10 years.
Yeah.
It just copied.
But it did make me laugh.
Oh
so.
yeah, Sydney Prescott's the character name.
Next, VHS 99.
Oh, I liked it more than you, I think.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be anything really. I
Yeah.
thought I was really gonna hate it, but it wasn't that bad.
The
So.
VHS films are fun. There's two really good shorts. I think the last one, when they go to hell, that one's really cool. Do
Is
you
this
remember?
the one where they're watching their neighbour?
Watching their neighbour.
Yeah, they spy on their neighbour, and then she's
Yeah, was
like
that-
some weird siren woman.
Or was that the last? Yeah, I think
It
you're
was
right.
that
I think
one.
you're right.
And then it also had about that game show.
Yeah,
and-
yeah. And the underground one
Yeah,
where they were
that one
playing the
was
band
shocking,
one was
actually.
really bad. The one
Yeah,
with the
that
underground,
one was
that one was
bad.
shit.
Yeah.
Someone came and left because they saw the rating on Nope.
Sydney Prescott.
Yeah, I said that already.
Okay, next.
Bones and all.
28's not that bad. Bones
Yeah.
and all, basically.
I really liked it.
I liked the cinematography.
It looks beautiful. It's one of the
But-
best looking films of the year, I'd say.
I just didn't.
I wasn't that invested in the actual story. Yeah, it was just the story that brought it down. All the acting and everything was really good, but the story itself, yeah, didn't do much for me.
Yeah, I didn't really like Timothy Chalamet in it.
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
An enemy.
I didn't really like him in it, and I wasn't really invested in his story. Yeah. That's
Next.
it. I liked the girl in it.
Yeah, Taylor
I was
Russell.
more
She's really
invested
good.
in her story,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big Timothy Chalamet fan
And
either.
it was kind of like, yeah, we know he's a creepy guy. Obviously, he's gonna do something. And
What,
he
Mark
did.
Rylance is that his name? Yeah, he was good in it though. I liked him. The
Yeah.
acting at least.
And like the ending, I'm not gonna spoil it, but like,
What the
you know, like
the big
how
climactic part?
he dies at the end.
You don't need to say. I can.
Okay.
I'm just like be vague.
But I'm just like, ugh,
I thought
I
that was
didn't
alright.
like that. Next is Werewolf by Night.
So this isn't actually on my list because it's like a short film technically, so I didn't include it. It's like a special.
I
I loved it.
liked it.
It's really fun. It's like probably the best thing Marvel's made since Spider-Man: Far From Home. No
Yeah.
Way Home, sorry. It's really fun, gore. It's cool. I recommend it if you like Marvel. Scott, if you're gonna watch anything from Marvel last year, watch that.
Can you tell by the food on the plate?
Oh, yeah.
It's menu. the
Oh,
menu,
okay.
Which is actually above Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, that's weird. I did not like this at all.
Because-
It's lower on mine.
Right. I don't know. I wasn't bored.
Yeah, I wasn't bored either.
I wasn't bored.
It's just really dumb.
But it just felt like it just went the way that like everyone knows it's gonna go.
Yeah, it was typical. It's like the same as Fresh and Knives Out for me. It's that fits that genre
Yeah,
of
I
the
would've
satire that
loved,
doesn't mean
like-
anything, doesn't go in depth.
Yeah, I would have loved like a big twist or something. Like I just didn't want it to go the generic route of where he was just gonna kill people.
Yeah.
Like,
Can't watch Werewolf by Night due to flashing lights, high photosensitivity. Oh no.
and I didn't.
It's really good, but
Go on.
obviously if you can't watch it, then I can't recommend it to you. Oh, that's sad though.
And the one bit I did like was the whole like metaphor bit where she gets out of it because she asks for a burger and then he makes her one and she really likes it and then
Nah.
he lets her leave.
I
But
didn't like that bit.
I didn't like the fact that she asked for like a
You
shit.
just spoiled it, by the way.
What?
The film.
Why?
You just spoiled the film. You got to say
I'm sorry.
spoiler. You just
Sorry.
literally said the ending
I'm
of the film.
sorry. I'm
Alright,
sorry.
Scott's seen it at least, so you didn't.
Yeah, I
have it
did
spoiled.
want a cheeseburger. That cheeseburger did look nice, but she asked for a really shit one that you get that her parents could afford.
Like a proper American.
Yeah,
one,
like just a shit like £2 burger. So why is he bringing out like this gourmet?
Fancy.
Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But okay, whatever. Next.
I liked it a lot less than you. Sorry if you can hear people in our house. We've got a few family over, so they're quite loud.
Next was Watcher, which we watched yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Day before yesterday. I really liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was shot really well.
Yeah, it looked really nice. Acting was great. It had a really satisfying ending.
It had a basic story.
Yeah, it wasn't massively clever.
It wasn't anything like
special,
new. But
it's just like well made.
Yeah.
Just an enjoyable horror. If you like horror, you'll like it.
Yeah.
Thriller. It's kind of thrillery.
Yeah.
That's quite low.
Is it?
Oh shit! Yeah, that's
Everything
quite
Everywhere
low.
All at Once. We watched this in the cinema.
Really fun.
Yeah,
Really fun
liked
film.
I feel like it was really wacky and haven't watched really a film like it.
Yeah, I think Daniel was a really good director.
I don't really like Marvel films and stuff, but this...
It's not a Marvel film.
Yeah, I know, but you know, like it felt like
because it was
one.
like Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, so it felt like one, but I really liked it.
I really liked it. I loved it. It's higher up on my list. It's probably not even my favourite Daniels film. They made 3 films, or one of them made a film without the other director, and all 3 of them are 9 out of 10s for me. Spoilers, I've given this a 9 out of 10. But Swiss Army Man, I think that's their best film. Swiss Army Man is so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone should go watch this. Everyone should watch All at Once.
Yeah, well, you would watch it all at once, wouldn't you?
Yeah, true. It'd be
Unless
weird if
you're
you
like
watched it
me
in parts.
and just don't like a film and then turn it off
Yeah.
halfway through.
Oh, we're nearly
Right,
in.
next is The Bad Guys.
Ooh, I like this more than you as well.
I remember when we watched it, I really liked it, but then I just thought, then like thinking about it more, I realised it wasn't as good as I was originally thinking. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I still think it's really good. It's like the blueprints.
It's not, when I like remembered when I watched it, like I didn't laugh that much.
I found it really funny at points. I love the snake bit with the gerbils. I know that's spoiled in the trailer, but it's really funny.
Yeah.
But it's like it's probably, in my opinion, when it came out, it was DreamWorks' best film. But it set the blueprints for another film that takes the style of it and the comedy and improves even more. So DreamWorks are on a path. They're on a good path right now.
Oh, Scott, his favourite film from last year.
Yeah, I can back that.
I thought it was Tar.
No, that was his... No, he didn't see Tar.
Wait, what was the one he said it was his favourite?
Batman was his second favourite,
Oh,
yeah.
Batman was his second. Oh, okay.
Love seeing different opinions on movies, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we both, I loved
I
it.
think-
She still really liked it. But
Yeah. I mean, basically, I think it also depends on genre for me. So I might really like a film, but say if there was like a really, really good horror film, I'm going to like that more just because I like horror films more. Do you get what I mean? Like
Yeah,
some people
yeah.
really like Marvel films, like the genre of Marvel films or the genre of
I wouldn't
drama.
pile this with Marvel, though.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm just saying. Like everyone likes a different genre, so if there's a really good film in that genre, they're just going to put that higher, aren't
But this is something that everyone loves. Like, it seems accessible to everyone I know.
Yeah.
All of them
Which
love
is
it.
why it's still high. on my
Yeah, I'm pretty
list.
sure it's impossible to dislike that film.
Doctor Strange
Oh,
in the Multiverse of
higher
Madness.
than the other multiverse film. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think I need to rewatch them both and then decide.
I
which
think
one I
I'll
like more.
rewatch Everything Everywhere
But
with
I
you.
think because normally I don't like Marvel films, I was really shocked that I really liked Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Sam Raimi was a big part of
It
that.
was entertaining.
Sam Raimi's
I
style
liked
made it.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Sam Raimi's style made it really good.
Yeah.
Because like there's the scene where they're like fighting with like musical notes and stuff. The two Doctor Strangers.
that
That's
was really
cool.
good.
There's some really cool moments in it, but the Marvel stuff gets in the way. I think if it wasn't a Marvel film, if it was just its own thing made by Sam Raimi, then it would be even better.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, Scott.
Oh, I thought you were saying get that to me. Horror is my favourite genre
Right,
ever.
next
Yes.
is Vortex.
Yeah, we've got some like lower, lesser known films now. This is Gaspar Noé.
It's basically, I feel like a lot of people may not like his type of films.
Yeah,
Because
some of them are hard to
I could
watch.
see people saying it was boring. Like, I could understand if you would find this boring.
Yeah.
But I really liked it.
Yeah, I love Gaspar Noé.
Um,
I think, Sophie, with your photosensitivity, I think Gaspar Noé will be quite a hard director for you to watch because he literally
Yeah.
has like a lot of flashing lights, even in his like title sequences. But he's a master. He's Climaxes. I know Scott's seen Climax, I believe. I know Scott likes Climax. Climax is top 10 films ever
He's
for
very
me.
good at making films seem real and believable and
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and this is like very different for him. It's very tame. He usually makes fucked up films. It's still fucked up in its own sense because it's depressing, but it's not like a bunch of sex and violence.
Yeah.
It's just a heartfelt,
Very-
realistic film
yeah.
about an old couple.
Yeah. Next is
Oh, I didn't watch this
Resurrection,
one.
which I watched. I kind of went on a Rebecca Hall binge and watched like two. Well, it was only like 2 films.
What was the other one? Night House.
Night House. And wasn't there another one?
Yeah. Iron Man 3.
No, I don't think there was. But Resurrection was really good, and I didn't expect it, and I was like, whoa. And it actually was a bit creepy and it was different. It was, yeah, it stood out to me. And she's really good at acting, like really good.
Yeah, she's a great actress. She's great in The Night House.
So yeah,
I've seen some
I'm
of
not
Gaspar
gonna
Noé's
spoil
films.
this
I love
one,
Climax.
but go and watch it.
Yeah, Irreversible is great as well. It's very hard to watch. Oh, that's well high. I want you back.
Look, I just like rom-coms.
It was really fun. It was really fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
And I really like, what's his name?
Charlie Day.
From It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, he's so good.
And I just really like him in this film. I've just really loved it.
Does
It's
anyone
funny.
watch It's Always Sunny here? Because it's one of the funniest shows ever. Probably like top 3 funniest shows.
And I think it was a bit like unique.
I was going to say the only issue with it is it doesn't stand out at all. It's just a rom-com to me, I thought.
Yeah, but it's like, I just think it does.
It's a fun film.
Yeah.
But again, it's not. We watched it with my mum. It's a very good
There's
like
only
mum
so
film.
many issues in like relationships that you can really like make a film about.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, you're going to run out of ideas. It's just as long as it's entertaining, it doesn't matter if it's an original idea,
Yeah.
really.
Right, next is
Yeah,
Cha Cha
Real Smooth. From director Cooper Raiff, who also stars in his films. He's only made 2, Shithouse and this. Shithouse is one of my favourite films ever. And did you like Shithouse? You did, didn't you? Yeah. What do you prefer out of these 2?
I need to rewatch them and then decide.
I still really like Cha Cha Real Smooth, but it's not as good. It's just such an easy watch. Like again, it's like a realistic film, just about a guy. He does such a good job, Cooper Raiff, of just making a relatable character.
Yeah.
And Dakota Johnson's really good as well. Highly
Yeah.
recommend.
Right, next is... I didn't realise it was this high up.
What do you mean? It should be this high. It should be higher. Weird
Weird
Al
Al.
Yankovic. Oh, so
It's just a
goddamn
good,
good.
wacky, random, fun film. So...
It's so much
Yeah.
fun. It's so funny. Literally within the first minute, I was laughing. It's a parody of musical biopics.
I just love parody films.
Yeah, and it's a parody of musical biopics, which is a genre that I hate so much. So it's good to see, it's probably my least favourite genre. And they shouldn't make any more after this. They should
it's
cancel
like-
that Whitney Houston one
Yeah.
if it's not already out, because this just takes everything that's bad about those films
Yeah.
and highlights it.
But it makes sense. It's perfect because Weird Al made parody
yeah.
songs, so it's just perfect for him
to make a
to
parody
make a
film.
parody film.
It's so good.
Because it like that's what he's used to,
Mhm.
so he would know how to make it funny and make it good. And
Yeah, and it is really funny. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Cha Cha Real Smooth is fantastic. Caught me by surprise, that movie. Really charming. If you haven't seen Shithouse, I'd highly recommend that. It is even better in my opinion. No way is this 16th over Weird the Al Yankovic. Cha Cha Real Smooth. Everything Everywhere All at Once. No.
I really like this movie.
Get it off the list.
There was obviously flaws to it,
There's all flaws. It's just...
but I liked it. I was entertained.
It was
I think it
entertaining.
was really good looking.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Looked really nice. I
pretty
really
well
liked
made.
Florence Pugh in it.
Harry Styles was really bad.
I would definitely rewatch it.
I would not. We literally got
I think
home.
it was a bit long. I think it could have been cut down a bit.
We got home and just talked about how nothing made sense. Like when the ending happened, there's a twist. I won't say anything, but after that, you realise, wait, the film doesn't make a little bit of sense. Nothing makes sense. We were going through everything. It was like, so that happened earlier on. So how does that make sense now that the ending's happened? I would. I'm the opposite of Rachel. I would not recommend this film. Yeah. Unless you want to watch it just because there was loads of behind-the-scenes drama with Olivia Wilde, Florence Pugh, and Harry Styles. That's quite funny.
I liked it. Like the twist.
I didn't know. The twist was the worst part. It had to be going until the twist. I'm going to head off now, but this stream has been great. We'll rewatch the rest on playback. We'll also give it a
Thanks,
shout out on
Scott.
Instagram. Thank you so much,
Thank
Scott. Thank you for
you.
watching. You were here from the beginning. Thank you for
Thank you.
staying the whole time.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Yeah, and we'll let you know my top 10 or anything if you don't watch it.
Right, next, I'm going to be a bit quicker. The Black Phone.
Mm.
Oh yeah, we're going to go up to 10, aren't we? Black
Yeah,
Phone,
when we get to mine, I'll skip over the ones we've already talked about anyway.
I was really surprised by this film because it was creepy and yeah.
I thought the trailer
Funny.
looked...
Who was it? Was really good in it.
The little girl or the...
Yeah, the little
or
girl was
Ethan
really
Hawke.
good and Ethan Hawke
Yeah,
was really
yeah.
good.
Little girl was great in it. I thought this was going to be really bad when I watched the trailer because it looked like he was just like a quirky kind of Joker character, but he's way better in the actual film. I'll stick with you guys for a bit longer. Thank you so much,
Thank
Sophie.
you.
We'll be quicker. We were going to originally finish at 5, but I reckon that's not going to happen.
And I really liked the feel of it.
Yeah, I like Scott
70s.
Derrickson sometimes. I really like Sinister. I like Doctor Strange, the first one. But yeah, he should continue making films like this.
Right, next is Men.
Great film.
I really liked this.
Yeah.
I thought it was so creepy, like because they were like different characters but the same. What was it
Yeah,
called?
it was the same actor.
What's it
Same
called,
actor, you
that,
mean?
like face thing.
What, like
you
deep
know,
fake?
like Polar Express.
Oh, like Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just creepy.
Yeah, it is creepy. It's really well acted, really well shot. The whistle thing was cool. Where it's like, how does it go again? It's like that weird whistle. Can't even remember it, but I remember it being good.
Like whole like metaphor of like grieving and
yeah,
like, like feeling like she felt like it was her fault.
A lot of people just saw this as like men bad film, like men are bad, but it's not. It's not. I didn't get that at all. She's really good in it. Alexandra. Oh, what's her name? If anyone knows her name, let me know.
She's in Everything Everywhere All at Once, isn't she?
No. The lead actress in Men. She was in amazing film that we watched with Becky. Becky didn't like it. Charlie Kaufman. What is it called? Where they're in the car.
Oh, not Everything. Why did that just come out? I'm thinking of ending.
So you knew the film.
Yeah, I literally thought that is what came out my mouth.
That's the film I was thinking of. Yeah.
What the hell? Like someone just took over my body there and just said a different film, right? The House.
Yes.
I love this. This is a stop motion, and I really love it. And they should make more.
Jessie
films.
Buckley. Thank you, Sophie.
They should make more films like this because it's like an adult stop motion film. It's not for kids. Well, it could be for kids, but it's not really.
It's pretty scary though at some point.
And I don't know why they don't do more of them because
it's really creative.
Yeah, and it like it's like 3
Is it 3 short films
in
or 4?
one.
Is it 3?
4 or 3, can't remember.
It might be
4.
4, yeah. I think they're all good.
The first one was my fave, maybe.
I think the first 2 were really good, and then the other 2 are pretty like solid, but they're not like as good as the first 2.
Yeah, but it's good. I recommend.
Same.
Next.
Yes, I'm loving your list now.
The cinematography as well is really good.
Your list is getting better now since
The Banshees of Inisherin.
Correct.
Really liked this. I really thought I was gonna find it boring because
it's
I thought
not your
it was
kind
like,
of film, is it?
Yeah, because it's all set in like one village and just like talking the whole time. If you're going off like the trailer, and it was talking the whole time. But I just thought it was
no
really
action,
good.
no fight scenes.
Yeah,
Can't
I
believe
thought
it.
was really
What kind of film
good.
was that?
Literally, I wanted subtitles because I wanted to know like everything that they were saying.
Yeah.
I was so focused in the film that I was so into it. I don't know
Easily
why.
some of the best performances of the year. Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
He's amazing. Colin Farrell. Oh God, I've forgotten his name. Mad Eye Moody. Brendan Gleeson. Is that Brendan Gleeson? Yeah.
And it was just so refreshing.
It was
because it's like it's never been done before, kind of thing. Like a
Yeah.
film about
Such a simple film.
just
It's funny
like
as well.
getting rid of a friend, like just someone who doesn't want to be a friend anymore.
There's some really funny bits in it. You know,
Yeah.
the milk van bit where he's like, he tells, spoilers, it's minor spoiler. He tells a guy that his mum got hit by a milk van.
Oh,
He's like, he
yeah.
starts crying. He's like breaking down, and he's like, no, it's okay, it's okay. His mum didn't actually get killed by a milk van. He's just lying.
Yeah.
And then he goes, like, why are you crying? So he's like, this can't be. This can't be. And he's like, why? He's like, because my dad got killed by a milk van too. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
That's funny. Right, next is an amazing film.
Oh, it didn't make your top 10 though. Oh, is it? Froze.
No. Right, it is the best Pinocchio film.
Best
out
Pinocchio
there.
film ever
Stop
now.
motion. I really love Ciao Papa song.
Ciao, Papa.
It was just so good.
Yeah, I really liked it as well. Probably maybe my favourite Guillermo del Toro.
And it's actually told. It's not the same story of Pinocchio. It's a little bit different, and it's the best story of Pinocchio.
Yeah, I'm so glad he made this just so we could just forget about the Disney one.
I think like the other Pinocchio versions are more like for children, whereas
not as
this
well
one
structured.
is more for adults and more going into like the dark sides of Pinocchio.
But kids can watch this as well. Like, I don't think you could like.
It's just
not
a
too
darker
dark.
version.
Yeah, I really like the original, the 40s one. But that's it for your list, by the way.
Oh.
I really like the 40s one as well, but this was the best one in my opinion.
Sorry, I was
So yeah,
talking
we're
way too much.
no, it's fine, it's fine. So now we're on to mine. I've seen a lot more films, but we'll go really quick because I don't care about a lot of them. So here's the 2 films I watched this year. Number 1, we got Jurassic. No, we got the bottom of the list is Zombies 3. I only watched this because I watch every single Disney Plus original film. I don't know why. They're all shit.
Why is like that?
Because you can only fit 101 page, so.
Oh shit! You've got 100.
102. Yeah, I'll skip past all the ones we
okay,
talked about. So it's realistically about 50, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Zombies 3, really, really cringe. I tried to get Rachel to watch the first one with me because it's a trilogy, and she gave up about 10 minutes in. Jurassic World Dominion. I hate this movie so much. It's so long and so boring and so stupid. Next, the worst Jurassic World film easily. Worst Jurassic Park film, sorry. Oh, I tried to click on that thinking it was the... Right, no looking. Oh, it's gonna show the whole thing in it. Wait, am I at the bottom? I don't want to spoil it. Wait, we move on to this screen. So I didn't want to spoil and show number 1 accidentally.
Yeah, would have shown.
Yeah, you were about to see my number 1 already. Right, we've got number 100, Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Jeepers Creepers 1 was pretty good. We watched that, and then all the others were really bad. This is like a sequel. It's one of those weird sequels where it's... Oh, is it low battery?
No.
Where's the battery symbol? Oh no. Yeah, it's like one of those sequels where it's set in the universe where the original film exists. So in this film, Jeepers Creepers exists as a film. It's shit. Everything's filmed on a green screen. It looks awful. Night at the Museum, Carmen Ra Rises Again. Another Disney Plus original. We've already got 2 on the list. Why did they make this? Out of every film that they could have made any 2D animated films. They don't do that anymore, Disney. But they decided, Night at the Museum's the perfect film to turn into a 2D animated film. And it looks cheap as fuck, and it's bad. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, already talked about it. Bubble, already talked about it. Full Metal Alchemist, The Final Alchemy. Don't remember anything about this movie.
What the hell is that?
Is
that title?
It's a
It's a tongue twister.
It's a live action remake of an anime that I have not even seen, but it's on my list. Pinocchio, True Story. I only watched this because I wanted to make a joke about how I've seen 3 2022 Pinocchio films. It's funny because the voice actor, that's literally it. The Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild, another Disney Plus original. Why did they make this? It's because Disney bought Blue Sky, so they own Ice Age. So they just wanted to make another one, and it was shit. Really bad animation as well. Moonfall. I don't remember anything about this movie. I watched the film. When it finished, I'd forgotten everything that happened in it. Samuel Tarly's in it.
Aww.
Full Metal Alchemist, The Revenge of Scar. I forgot there was 2 of these films this year. This is the second one, I think, and the other one was the third one. Don't remember anything about it. Falling for Christmas. I already talked about it. Sorry, I'm speedrunning this. Sneakerella. Tried to get this, another Disney Plus original. Tried to get Rachel to watch this with me. We watched like 10 minutes and then she gave up and I watched the rest on my own. Really cringy, really bad songs. Really bad. Fresh, I already talked about it. Wow, that is low. That is very low. Hollywood Stargirl, another Disney Plus original film. This is just like a really, really cheesy film about a young girl who wants to be a singer. That's it.
Annie. No, I'm joking.
Hotel Transylvania Transformania. They didn't even get Adam Sandler back for this one. Crap. Morbius. It's Morbius. I feel like everyone's already said everything about this. It's just a movie about Jared Leto flying around. That's it. Bad film. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. I forgot this came out. This was really bad. I hope they don't make any more. J.K. Rowling sucks.
I'm not a big fan of Fantastic Beasts. So
I like the first one. I like the first one.
Yeah.
I watched it illegally, so I wasn't supporting J.K. Rowling. So don't worry. Cheaper by the Dozen. Somehow not the worst Cheaper by the Dozen film. I hate the original Cheaper by the Dozen. We watched that together.
I love that film.
No, I hated it. It's so bad. Sorry, a lot of people like it, but this just looked like it was like a YouTube.
We watched it when we were young. That's why.
Oh yeah, I didn't. I watched it with you for the first time like a year ago. This looked like a YouTube film.
To be fair, it's not that great.
Pinocchio, number 83, the second Pinocchio to appear on the list already. Another Disney Plus original. We got Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules. Wait, that's three Disney Plus originals in a row.
Morbius is Oscar worthy. Release it in cinema.
Wait, Gavin's still here. Gavin.
No, I think he's gone again.
No,
He
because
comes and goes.
yeah, maybe Morbius is Oscar worthy. Release it in cinemas again. Yeah, maybe it will get some more money this time. Yeah, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules. I wrote in my review that this is literally just like reading a Wikipedia article of a good film because it's just. Have you seen the Diary of a Wimpy Kid films, the live action ones?
I've seen the first one.
They're really fun. The second one, which this is a remake of.
Don't touch the cheese.
Yeah, don't touch the cheese. The cheese touch. Yeah, this was really bland and plain and boring. The Lost City, talked about it. Medea, Tyler Perry's The Medea Homecoming. There's like 14 of these movies and I've seen them all, and this is probably the best one. That's what I'm going to say. It's one of those films where a guy dresses up as a woman, and that's the whole joke. Funny.
No bit.
Bullet Train. This was really disappointing. I like Deadpool and stuff, but this was just like takes all the bad parts of Deadpool and just
I watched a bit of
amped
this.
it up. I think you watched it in the background and you were like leaving every 5 minutes to just go do something else. There was a bunch of cameos in this for some reason. There was a Lost City reference because Sandra Bullock and Brad Pitt and Channing Tatum were all in Lost City, and then at the end, because Channing Tatum and Brad Pitt are in this, at the end of the film, Sandra Bullock shows up. So it's like, is this a reference to a film that no one watched that came out like 3 months before? I don't get it. Then we got Lightyear, worst Pixar film probably. Yeah, Pixar fallen off. Sorry. The Adam Project, another Ryan Reynolds film where he plays Deadpool. Minions: The Rise of Gru. I've forgotten everything that happened in this movie. I think it's better than the first Minions because it didn't annoy me as much, but I don't remember anything about it. Dog. Dog. There's a film called Dog. It's another Channing Tatum film. I've seen 3 Channing Tatum films from 2022. I don't think I've seen that many Channing Tatum films in general. Yeah, it's really boring.
It was, it was rubbish, so I turned it off.
Yeah. Dog. I'm looking forward to Plane as well. That's the sequel to Dog. Death on the Nile, really bad, really ugly film. Just a worse version of like Knives Out and Glass Onion. Next, Strange World, we talked about it. One of the worst Disney films. School for Good and Evil, that was another that was a Netflix film directed by Paul Feig. Paul Feig is a very mixed bag for me. I liked Simple Favor and I really liked Spy. But then he's made some shit like the Ghostbusters remake and this, which was like, I don't know, maybe some kids like it. It's a quirky little kids movie, fantasy movie. Downton Abbey, A New Era, the sequel to Downton Abbey. I can't remember anything that happened to this
Strange
movie.
World deserved better. No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. Gavin, there's no way you watch Strange World. You're bloody at Prince Albert every day. Did you watch it at the Prince Albert, did you?
Guys don't get...
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it was marketed very poorly. Oh, that's what he's saying. I thought you meant it deserved better on my list. He's saying, yeah, it didn't get marketed well because it was the first actual gay Disney character where they're actually talking about being gay, where it's not just a character in the background who's blurry. So yeah, they didn't market the film and then it flopped. And then we got Hustle. I was excited for this one because Adam Sandler's like making a comeback to actually making good films, and it had really good reviews, but it was really boring. I don't like sports movies, so that doesn't help. Enola Holmes 2. This was I can't remember what happened in it. There's two of these films. I watched them both. I think they're both not good. I can't remember anything that happened in this. A lot of people like it. Millie Bobby Brown's fun. A Christmas Story Christmas, a sequel to A Christmas Story. Really bad name. Yeah, I didn't really like the original. A lot of people like it, but yeah, I didn't like this one. The Menu, we talked about it. 4 out of 10. Orphan Fest Kill, talked about it. 4 out of 10. Nope, talked about it. 4 out of 10. It's controversial. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. A lot of people preferred this one to the first one. I didn't. I actually liked the first one quite a bit. I was very surprised that Sonic the Hedgehog ended up being a good film. But then the second one was a bit bloated. I think it was longer and there was a lot more going on. And Jim Carrey wasn't as good in this one. He was the best part of the first one. Thor: Love and Thunder, the worst Marvel film they've made so far. It was really unfunny. I love Thor Ragnarok as well. I think that's one of the best Marvel films. And Taika Waititi just went all out with this one and made it too, like, he kept trying to make jokes every 5 seconds, and I'd say maybe 30% of them landed. Some of them were funny, but there were so many shit ones. The Grey Man. This is by the guys the Russo brothers, who are directing a Hercules TikTok musical live action remake. So that's dead film. Thor 2 2.0. What does that mean? Thor 2 2.0. Oh, so it's just he's just saying it's just another. Yeah, because 4-2 was shit. But this is worse than 4-2 in my opinion. Prey, we've already talked about it. Smile, we've already talked about it. Hilarious film. Halloween Ends. I was really excited for this because Halloween Kills was a massive guilty pleasure because it was really dumb. And I love slasher films. But this, for half of the film, it wasn't really a slasher film. It just took a whole different route. But we'll do a Halloween ranking at some point. So we'll talk about it more then. Turning Red, we talked about it. 5 out of 10. Ambulance. This was fun for like 20 minutes, and then it went on for another like hour and 50 minutes, and I got really bored. The Kashmir Files. This I watched because it had really good reviews, but then I found out that it was review bombed because it's like to do with some political shit. So it didn't actually have good reviews. It was just like review bombed by a bunch of people who liked the message of it or something like that. Don't really remember anything about it. DC League of Super Pets. This was another one that started out good. You watched half of this with me, didn't you? And gave up. It started off really good, but then went on too long. It was alright. Uncharted. Somehow not as bad as I thought it would be. It looked shit from the trailer, but it was alright. I don't like Mark Wahlberg at all, though, and Tom Holland was really miscast. Wendell and Wild, we talked about it. Bob's Burgers movie. I don't know why I made this my introduction to Bob's Burgers. I've never seen the show, but usually I kind of watch the movie as a way of introducing myself to something. And
it's the menu for kids.
I don't know. What, because there's a burger and a spatula. It was alright. There's some funny bits in it, but there's some not funny bits in it. I know. I feel like Gavin. Do you like Bob's Burgers? The show. Oh, Black Adam. Not as bad as I thought it would be. It was okay. It had some funny bits in it, but then I was so zoned out when it got to the final battle scene. There was so much like lightning and shit being thrown about and people being thrown through buildings. It was like sensory overload. I have a terrible habit of falling asleep on Jason during a film. I mean, I don't think I've ever fallen asleep in a film that I haven't seen before, because I have a thing where I like to see all of it. I feel like, do you fall asleep? Didn't you fall asleep through Scrooged?
What was that film we watched with your family?
Scrooged.
Yeah, I think I did.
No, it's Luke that likes it. Yeah, I knew Luke liked it. I need to get his opinion on the film. Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery, we talked about it. Right on the halfway mark. Hellraiser, we talked about it. Hocus Pocus 2, we talked about it. Don't Worry Darling, we talked about it. I'm surprised that's higher than I thought. Bros, I know Josh really liked this one. I thought it was a nice romantic film about a gay couple, which you don't really get ever. Like, we never really see that. So it was nice to see that, but it was just okay. It didn't really stand out aside from that fact. There was a couple like cringy jokes, and I don't know if I'm a fan of the lead. VHS 99. Oh, okay. I've put it lower than I thought. Moon Age Daydream. This was basically just a compilation of clips of David Bowie and his songs playing over it and people talking about him. It wasn't really a documentary. I don't know what you'd call it, but it was good. It was good because it's nice to hear like David Bowie's songs and see his performances. But it went on for too long. Rise, another Disney Plus film. I think I just gave this positive because Disney Plus were churning out so much shit. So I was just surprised that there was an okay movie. It's a true story about basketballer brothers. Not much more to say about it. Basketballer brothers. Better Nate Than Never, another Disney Plus film. Oh, voice crack. Another Disney Plus film. It was really corny. It's about a kid who wants to be a like musical theatre boy, and he's like, it's nice. It's a nice little film. It's got Lisa Kudrow in it, and she's good.
Aww.
Day Shift. I was really surprised by this because I thought this would be really shit. But it's fun. It's Jamie Foxx and Dave Franco killing vampires, and it's just a dumb movie. Clerks 3. I like the Clerks films a lot. I'm not a massive fan of the spin-offs. I hated the last Jay and Silent Bob film. Disney Plus film. It's what it's called. Disney Plus film. Oh, he's doing a voice crack. He's doing a voice crack in Disney Plus film. Yeah, I liked Clerks 3. It had some emotional bits, but the acting is never great in them because none of them are really actors. They're just like Kevin Smith's mates. Scream, we've already talked about it. Tar, we talked about it. Spiderhead. This was the same director as Top Gun Maverick. That's why I watched it. And it's got Miles Teller in it. Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, it's actually really. I think you'd like it. A lot of people don't. It's silly. It's about this test center where they have a bunch of different drugs that do things. Like there's a drug that makes people fall in love, and they experiment it on people for they give them a load of money. But then these people want to break out of this place because it's like a bit dodgy.
Yeah, Sophie, I can't watch films when I'm like tipsy. I just couldn't. Unless it was like a really like fun like comedy or something. I just
to be fair, Day Shift is quite a fun.
Otherwise, I'd just be sitting there like, I need to like go out.
Yeah.
I need to do something.
Yeah, we tried watching The Green Room when we were really drunk, and like it's probably a good film.
I fell asleep, I think.
No, I think you stayed awake.
And then everyone ate my cookies that I baked.
No, I ate your cookies.
Yeah.
This was before we were even together. Then we got Chip and Dale, another Disney Plus film, probably the second best Disney Plus film. Talked about it. Want You Back, talked about it. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I preferred it to the first Black Panther actually. I think there was some really good stuff in it. The opening scene, the introduction to the villains in this film was really good. The CGI is a lot better than the original Black Panther, which is the biggest problem with that film. It was quite long. I think that's the biggest issue. All these Marvel films are really long now. Green Room was savage, made me feel sick. Yeah, I want to watch it again because we watched it really drunk.
We didn't really watch it properly.
I think we would have liked it.
A
lot of people love it.
Yeah, it's just because I wasn't in the mood to watch a film.
Yeah, Black Panther is good, but I didn't love it as much. And obviously, Chadwick Boseman. It's very sad what happened to him. But I really liked Lakeisha. Not Lakeisha. Letitia. Is it Letitia Wright? I think that's her name.
Dunno.
Letitia Wright. She was really good in it, and I didn't like her in the first one, so she's improved. Batman, we've already talked about it. Still quite low on mine. Disenchanted. I really like Disenchanted.
Disenchanted
higher than Batman.
Wait, did
yeah.
I?
Yeah, of course you did.
That's jokes. Everyone's gonna hate us.
Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. This it's just a really cute film. It's not like a masterpiece. A lot of people. You didn't watch it.
I was listening to it while I was doing my makeup or something.
Listening to it. That's not watching it.
It was just,
It's a cute film with some
it
like.
Sounds so annoying.
It's the girl from I Want You Back.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you liked I Want You Back.
She was putting on a voice, so.
Not really. That's kind of her normal voice. But yeah, it's a really cute film. Ooh, pardon me. Top 30. Decision to Leave. Yeah, we've already talked about it. Bones and All. We've already talked about it. Jackass Forever. I watched this with Gavin. The first film on the list that me and Gavin watched together.
Did you?
Yeah, we watched it in cinemas. Got a free ticket, every man. And it's hilarious. It's just as good as the old Jackass films. You can't really compare the Jackass films to each other because they're all just funny. It's just they're just a bunch of old people.
Oh my god, it's Justin Long. Justin Long's in the chat, guys.
Oh well, we'll get to Justin Long at some point anyway. Yeah, they're all old now, oldish. but they got some new people. They got some new like up and coming Jackass members, and they were really good, like new people. I really liked them. Great film. Watcher, we've talked about it. Argentina 1985. This is on Amazon Prime. Not a lot of people are talking about this movie, but it's really good. It's about like it's about people kind of going through a court case. It's a court case film, which I usually hate, and I wanted you to watch this with me, but you didn't, based on the fact that it's a court case film.
Yeah.
But no, it's really good. It's really like powerful. It's a true story. I'd highly recommend it to anyone because not many people are watching this. Parents got me a Cineworld card for Christmas, but the cinemas could be shutting. What the Cineworld in general?
Yeah, probably. Cineworld's so expensive.
I don't really go to Cineworld. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Argentina 1985 is the sequel to Wonder Woman 1984. So you have to watch that one first. Oh, The Northman wasn't... You've watched The Northman. Where was that on your... Oh, wait. Is Northman in your top 10?
No.
Did you forget to put it on your list?
I didn't really watch it.
Yeah, you did. We watched it together. You liked it.
Then, did it come out in 2021?
No.
Maybe I just put it in there.
No, I checked.
Oh.
You just forgot to put it in. So, Rachel, where would you put it? What would you give it out of 10, just to tell them?
6.
I really like Northman.
5.
I think it's so much fun. It looks beautiful. The cinematography is great.
Cineworld's gone bankrupt. That's because they put up the prices so high. Cineworld's like...
Yeah, so no one's going.
Cineworld's like £12 a ticket. Like, I'd rather just spend...
You might as well go every man.
Yeah, I'd rather just go every man and spend a bit more. Because the thing is with cinemas now, you just get so many people like talking in cinemas or just being annoying. Whereas in every man, you don't really get that. They're more
Well, we
like
got it last time we went, actually.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, we'll get to the film that.
But that wasn't as bad. That was just we all like reacted the same points together. But
Yeah, no. But the couple next to me, the two girls, were talking so much.
Yeah.
They were proper annoying me.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, if you're going to watch a film in the cinema, just like be
Well, they were
quiet.
drunk. They went out before, I think.
Just watch something at home then.
Yeah.
Like, just don't go to the cinema when you're drunk.
Anyway, Northman.
I mean, I've done that before,
Fight scenes were really good. I'd highly recommend it. It's not Robert Eggers' best film. I need to rewatch The Witch though, but Lighthouse is still his best film. X. Oh, I know that's on your. That's Rachel's seen it as well, but we haven't got to it, so spoilers. I really liked X, but I think I really liked the look of the film. It looks beautiful. I like the setup for it, but I think the ending was quite anticlimactic, and some of the kills weren't really that creative. There was just kind of stabbing. We go more in depth in our pick off horror film list, so if you want to watch that and hear us talk about it more. And do you want to talk about it when you get to it on yours, or do you want to talk about it now?
Yeah.
Elvis. Oh, another one you've seen that I put lower. Yeah, this was really good, but I did not like the first 20 minutes. It basically it's like a montage skipping through his life when he was younger, which fair enough, they want to skip past the more boring bits, but I was so lost. I was like, what the hell is happening? It's going from this part to this part to this part. But as soon as the film slowed down, it got really good, and I was really attached. And Austin Butler is amazing. Oh, well, I may or may not agree. We'll see when we get to it. Sorry, I was talking to Sophie then. I realised I didn't make it clear who I was talking to.
Especially if the comments aren't coming up.
Yeah.
Like we're talking
Well,
to
people could
someone.
see the live chat, though.
Yeah. Not after. This is not after.
Fire of Love. This is a documentary about a couple who are volcanologists, people who like chase volcanoes, and it's about them kind of how they saved loads of lives by. It's probably Gavin. Saved loads of lives by putting out a warning they'd already put out a warning, but people didn't listen, and a lot of people died, and it's very sad and very, very sweet. Then we've got Men, which we talked about. Vortex, which we talked about. We're in my top 20 now. The House, we've talked about. Chow Chow Real Smooth, we talked about. Sick of Myself. This must be in Rachel's top 10, unless she forgot about it, because she's also seen this. This is a very lesser known film about a woman who is a massive narcissist, and she just wants to one up everyone in any way possible, and she goes to extreme lengths to do so, and it's really good. I won't say anything else. Watch it. Pinocchio, we've already talked about it. Top Gun Maverick, of course, I forgot about this. So this is, everyone's talking about how good it is, and everyone is right. It is so sick. It's just like it's a real man's film. It starts off a little bit slow and corny, but then once the like actual plane stuff kicks in, it's so good and so tense. I'm pretty sure everyone's probably seen this film except for Rachel. Oh, another film Rachel hasn't seen, which she should have watched, but it's 3 hours. We've got RRR. I know Josh also loves this film. It's so much fun. I'm not a big Bollywood guy. I've watched a few films, and I can never get with the comedy. But this is so over the top. So much crazy shit happens. I'm literally like, what is going on? It's so entertaining. I might try and get you to watch it. I might try and get you to watch it because it's like nothing you've ever seen. It's so entertaining throughout. There's a dance sequence in it that goes on for so long, and it's so good. I love this film. I might even. Oh yeah, I should put it higher now. I prefer it to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but yeah, we talked about it. Great film. Black Phone, we talked about it. I think R&R needs to go up actually. Bad Guys. We're up to my top 10 now. So yeah, we've already talked about Bad Guys.
We're on to the
Now
top 10.
we'll go to Rachel's number 10.
So we're nearly done, guys. Right.
We'll go to your top 10,
Number
then
10.
show my
I don't
10.
actually know, by the way, what
Same.
order or what I've got.
Before we talk about it, we'll show your 10 and then show my 10, and then we'll talk about
Not
them.
seen Top Gun Maverick. I fell asleep on Jason. Yeah, see.
Yeah, I
There's
guess
somebody else here that hasn't seen it.
Okay, maybe it's just guys then. I feel like because it's such a guys movie,
Yeah,
maybe
I don't
every
think
guy I know has seen it.
I really don't think I'd like it. Right, ready. Number 10 is
Sick of Myself.
This is a great movie. You should go and watch it. Not really seen it done. Like many films.
Do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Worst Person in the World kind of went the route,
I
but
preferred
not.
This
Yeah,
way
I think this is
more
better. Yeah.
Than whatever it's called.
Worst Person in the World.
Yeah, this is really good. Go and
Whoa,
watch
whoa,
it.
whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
We're doing it taking it in turns.
Oh.
I've already seen what that was. All right, Everything Everywhere All at Once. We've already talked about it, so we can just go straight back to Rachel's. But yeah, not much to say that hasn't already been said.
Right, number 9 is 13 Lives. It is on Amazon. I think it's still on there.
Yeah, it's an Amazon Prime original.
Really, really good. It was so intense. It's based on a true story. It's about the boys that got stuck in a cave.
In a cave, yeah.
It's really, really good.
We
I was on edge.
Oh yeah, literally sweating.
Yeah, I was
proper sweating. It is the most intense film I've seen in a long, long time. We will say that we haven't watched a documentary, which I know trod pretty much the same ground. So a lot of people say that this film wasn't necessary, but as someone who hasn't seen the documentary, it was very necessary because I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And Colin Farrell gives another amazing performance in this film. Yeah.
So intense, right?
My number 9. Oh, Weird Al Yankovic. We've already talked about it. I feel like we've talked about a lot of my top 10 already because you put yours lower. Yeah, amazing film. Everyone go watch it literally right now. If you have a sense of humour, if you like funny things, go watch it.
Ooh, number 8 is X.
Okay, I've already talked about it, so I'll leave it to you.
I really like the cinematography. I like the acting. I just thought it was like a great take on 80s slashers.
Yeah, it was obviously meant to be like a retro kind of thing.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, I really liked a lot of the aspects, but I do just think it fell apart a bit at the end.
Okay, right, go.
My number 8. It'd be interesting if it's Pearl. Banshees of Inisherin. We've already talked about it. Amazing film. Please go watch it if you haven't. Oh, we've talked about all of mine.
Well, I think we'll get to ones now where we've talked about it. The Fabelmans. This is number 7. Steven Spielberg film, biopic. Loosely.
Not really. No, yeah, it's just like loosely based on his life. The character's not it's about his childhood, but he didn't name the character Steven Spielberg. His name's Sammy Fabelman. Is that his name?
Yeah, good film though.
It's amazing. It's top 3 Spielberg for me. I could not believe how good it was. I preferred it to some of his classics. It looks really nice. All of the acting, but there's so many characters, minor characters that appear in one scene or whatever, and every single performance is amazing. The lead who plays Sammy Fableman was really, really good. I've never seen him in anything else before. Obviously, it's going to come up on my list at some point, but I'll just have to skip over it because we've already talked about it. But yeah, watch this when you can. All right, my number 7. Pearl. So, I do prefer Pearl to X, just like Sophie. I'm guessing you do because Pearl hasn't come up on your list. Yeah.
Maybe it's not on there.
Yeah, you probably forgot to add it. Yeah, this was like really like it was a much smaller scale kind of horror film. It's a lot of people are comparing it to Joker, which I can see, but like a girl version of the Joker because it's a girl who's had a lot of shit happen to her and she starts going crazy. But Mia Goth is so good in it. I wasn't really familiar with her before this. She was in Nymphomaniac, but I'd forgotten she was in that. And yeah, she was good in X, but in this she was amazing. That final shot of her, which I won't spoil, when she's like smiling.
Yeah.
And the monologue scene at the table.
That was really good.
Obviously, you're going to talk about it when it gets to it.
Well, no, you just talked about it.
Yeah, but you can add more. Oh,
Puss
Rachel's
in
number 6, Puss in Boots. The Last Wish. Hasn't even appeared on my list yet.
I couldn't really remember the first Puss in Boots film. But
Yeah,
I
same.
remember it was like...
It was pretty crap.
Yeah,
it was
like
pretty boring,
but
yeah.
this was great. Really fun.
It's amazing.
Really looked great. Yeah, I loved it. I loved the
animation's
fox
beautiful.
who was deaf.
All of the villains are great, I think.
So good.
The voice acting was really good. All the villains were good. I liked what is him, the pie boy, the one who sticks his fingers in pies.
Oh, Jack
Horner, little Jack Horner. But in this, he's fat because he's had so much pies. So it's like a play on that.
Yeah, and they have like Goldilocks
Goldilocks,
and the Three Bears.
played by Florence
I just
Pugh.
love how they like bring in like all the fairy tale characters, and then at the end, he says he's gonna go and visit.
No, wait, don't spoil it.
Okay.
People have not seen this film. You have to stop spoiling the ending of movies.
Okay, I won't spoil it. Go and watch it. Oh, we've got 5 years.
Yeah,
wow.
just in time for the top 5.
Sophie said it was more of a character study of Pearl movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. It's not fully a horror. There's a couple kills in it, but yeah, it's more of a character study.
Right, the 5 years I want you to stay because we've got 5 more films left to go through.
Yeah, Puss in Boots is the fight scenes are amazing in it as well. That opening one, it's got like an Attack on Titan anime style, and it is so good and really funny as well.
Right.
Everyone watch this film. It's so good.
Ben's number 6.
My number 6, Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Oh, we haven't got to it on yours either, so I can finally talk about a film on my list. Oh, Pearl. I just talked about Pearl. Yeah. This movie is so much fun. It's probably the most fun that I've had in the cinema for ages.
Yeah.
There wasn't many people in there, and everyone seemed to be the right target audience because we were all laughing, we were all shocked at moments. Go into it blind. Please don't have the ending spoiled for you if you haven't seen it, because I was literally, it could like make it or break the film for you if you already know what happens at the end. But it's so shocking.
Yeah, I'm so happy I didn't know much about it when I went and watched it. And we were like, a lot of people, like, we watched it like the second day it was out or something.
Yeah, it just come out in the UK. What's her name? Rachel Sennett is.
What the hell is that?
Oh, we've got a bot in here. Right, how do you block a bot?
Oh. No.
Mute. Yeah, that button didn't work.
Yeah, it does. It worked before.
No, it didn't. You clicked it before, it didn't do anything.
Piss off. What is this guy?
Alright, we've got an AI in the chat, and it's spamming. I think is it done? I think it might be done. Alright, so sorry about that. Sophie put something in the chat just so we can drown that out. Yeah, Rachel said it's really, really funny, and her performance is so good and realistic. I don't know if there anything else.
No,
local girls in your area. Cheers, Kevin.
That was definitely right.
Anything else? Oh, well, we'll get to it. If we want to add anything else, it'll be on your list.
All the acting was really good in Bodies, Bodies.
Yeah. Right, Rachel's top 5.
Number 5 is
Oh, that's high.
I really liked it. because I knew about Elvis Presley, but I didn't know like in depth about his life. So I think it like it's a perfect film.
A perfect film.
Like to show for Elvis Presley,
Mhm.
and Austin Butler is just so good.
I've also
'Cause he was amazing. And the only thing I didn't like was thingy, what's his name?
Tom Hanks.
Tom
I completely forgot to mention that. Yeah, Tom Hanks. It was a.
I think he played the guy well because I've seen videos of
I don't know. I thought it was
Elvis
way over the top
Presley's,
and
what do you call them?
cartoonish. Like interviews and stuff.
No, would you call Elvis like not manager?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like a manager. Yeah, he was his manager. He played him really well in interviews, but I didn't like the fat suit. Like his makeup wasn't very good.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I didn't like him at all. I think it was one of Tom Hanks' worst performances. What do you call a nun with a washing machine on her head? Where is this going? Nun with a washing machine on her head. I don't know. What do you call a nun with a washing machine on her head? Is it going to be like a joke about Elvis? Or Puss in Boots? Something
Right.
on the screen?
I don't know. Let us know, Sophie.
she's going to leave us hanging now.
Austin Butler, yeah, I am.
Oh yeah, Austin Butler was amazing. I think he probably does deserve Best Actor. My number 5. We'll get to Sophie's joke. She's left us on the edge of our seat. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. We've already talked about it. Go watch it. I've said that for all of these films, but please watch Puss in Boots. Systematic. I don't get it. Systematic. Oh, because you get like systematic washing machines.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess you could say that about like a.
that is good. Like that.
Yeah, I like that. I thought it was going to be like, an awful joke as in like poor joke. I thought you meant awful as in like offensive. So I was like, where is this going?
Right.
All right, Rachel's number 4.
It's Pearl.
Oh, did you want to add stuff?
I just really liked it. Her monologue was amazing. Like
Best monologue of the year, probably.
I don't know how she did that. Honestly, because it was really long as well.
Yeah, it went on, and it was one take.
Amazing.
My number 4. 13 Lives. Already talked about it. I think I've said everything that I wanted to say. Rachel's right. We're in the top 3 now. This is where it gets interesting. Oh, neither of us have talked about it yet, so it's in both of our top 3s. Interesting.
Justin Long was great in this movie.
Oh, he's so good. He's so funny.
This movie was fun.
Gavin in the chat is Justin Long, by the way.
Creepy. We watched it in the cinema, and I'm so happy I watched it in the cinema. I just remember when she just.
Don't spoil it.
But like just it's just so creepy.
I don't really want to spoil anything about this film because if you go in blind, you have no idea. I didn't know where the film was going at all, and it went in like.
I won't spoil it.
There's minor issues, and they're all in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, it gets a bit too like comedic.
Yeah, a bit silly.
Yeah.
But it's still amazing. Really, really entertaining. All the actors are great in it. And yeah, Justin Long. We weren't even like a big fan of Justin Long before this. We'd seen him in a couple films, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and now suddenly we love him. Like we can't stop talking about Justin Long.
I love this film because it's creepy. It's a great horror film, and
but
then it's also got like meanings. Like it looks at different issues.
Yeah.
I won't go into it.
Yeah, it's hard to talk about it without spoiling it.
Yeah.
But Gavin, if you watch it and you look at Justin Long and you say, "Oh, he doesn't remind me of me," then you're lying because there's literally scenes where he talks like you, he looks like you. It's uncanny.
Yeah.
All right, my number 3.
You obviously not like the guy in the film.
Yeah, not the character, just Justin Long's like
not
mannerisms.
The character.
Barbarian. It's my number 3.
Oh, we got the same.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, Rachel's number 2. Is that the first one where it's the same?
Can you guess?
I don't want to because I don't want to spoil what's coming up because it might be on mine as well.
Number 2 is.
Oh, we have calls.
Bodies.
Oh, showing a bit of number 1.
Bodies.
Did you want to add anything else?
No.
We already talked about it.
We talked about it. It's great.
Well deserved. Really fun.
Yeah.
All right, my number 2.
Good little like what do you call it? Like fun situational
Yeah.
type of.
It's like Among
horror.
Us. It's like a live action
Yeah.
Among Us.
Yeah.
Number 2, The Fabelmans. Yep, this is almost a masterpiece. I loved it from beginning to end. 2.5 hours. I think it flew by. We've already talked about it. All right.
My
wait.
number one.
I don't even remember my number 1.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, I do. Oh, we got the
you.
same number 1. We got the same
We've
number
got
1.
the same.
Oh shit.
How can we do it both at the same time?
All right, we'll just have to both talk about
Okay,
it.
right, ready?
All right.
Number 1 is
Triangle of Sadness, and it is the same as mine. Wow, it's the only 10 out of 10 that I've... Wait, did you give it a 10 out of 10?
Don't think so.
Ah, you didn't give a
Gave
single
it
10 out of 10
9.
this year.
No.
Well,
I
it's
don't
my
really
only
give
10 out of 10.
10s, really.
Yeah, true. Josh doesn't like this one, so we'll get that out of the
Yeah.
way. Josh, you're wrong about this. This is so good.
It's really funny.
Yeah, it's really, really funny. It's got like 3 parts, hasn't it? The beginning bit, and then there's a bit on the boat, and then there's a bit on an island.
Yeah.
The boat bit's hilarious, and then there's a scene. Actually, I won't say about the
Yeah, don't
the big
spoil
scene.
it.
Yeah, I won't spoil it.
But yeah, I just feel like a lot. You know, it's just like really refreshing to see a film not follow like the same format as other films. Like it's not like, I don't know how to explain it. You know, you just have a film where like there's a beginning and then there's like a middle and then there's like an end.
Yeah. It keeps you moving. It keeps moving.
It just feels really different.
Yeah, it keeps it moving as well. Because if you say are about to get bored of one storyline, it moves on to the next kind of thing.
You can't predict like anything that's gonna happen.
But
It's not like that kind of film. It's not. It's just you don't know where it's going.
I think the
You're
social
just
commentary.
sitting there and you're like, what's gonna happen next?
The social commentary in this is easily better than. It takes the similar kind of stuff that Menu, Glass Onion, all them films Fresh does, but it does it so much better. In the third act of this, there's a whole switch up, which I won't say obviously, which is just so clever and so like, yeah, that's so obvious. Like,
Oh my god, George is coming right at the end.
oh no,
We're about to finish.
we just mentioned you. We've literally just got to our number 1 film, which we both share, by the way. Yeah, amazing film. Thank you for coming though. Thank you for coming, Josh.
So that's Ben's, and that's my top 3.
Oh yeah, we can only see top 3. You can see the top of Pearl.
What's happened now?
Yeah, so I think we both disagree with Josh because we both love this.
Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah.
that's so annoying. How was work though?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna have to sit
Okay,
here
well,
and wait for him to
Anyway,
answer. Go watch Triangle of Sadness. Josh, give it another chance.
go and watch our top 10.
Yeah, watch all of our top 10 if you haven't. Josh, watch Triangle of Sadness again.
Thanks,
It's a
Josh, for
masterpiece.
tuning in for 30 seconds.
Yeah. It's fine. He's been working.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
But no, so after work, he straight away.
Yeah, straight away get on. He's like, gotta get home.
Thank you, Sophie, for watching all
Yeah,
the way through.
I think Sophie was here from the beginning.
Gavin for watching.
Yeah, Gavin for coming in and out. Justin Long.
Scott for watching majority.
Yeah,
as
pretty
well.
much all of it. Thanks Justin Long for thanks for the AI bot that spammed
the AI
sex
bot.
stuff into our chat. I
Thanks
appreciate
for
that.
But thank you for watching.
Yeah,
Hope you
we don't have
enjoyed
anything
it.
else. Wait, I want to give a shout out to just a couple films that we haven't seen yet because they might not have a release yet.
He's not even home yet. Oh.
No way! Were you watching this on your phone on the way back? Oh, that's commitment, that is. Yeah, shout out to, we're going to watch Babylon, After Sun. We haven't seen it yet. It is out, but we just haven't been able to. We were too busy when it was in cinemas, and now we can't find it anywhere. The Whale, not out in our country yet. And a couple of foreign films I want to watch, like Bardo, Godland, Klondike. Oh, we haven't watched Avatar either. We just skipped Avatar.
So our top 10 might change once we watch those films.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like The Whale, based on Darren Aronofsky's previous work, he is one of my favourite directors, so I think he'll crack the top 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you. Yeah, Babylon is dope. I'm really excited for it because I love Damien Chazelle. And yeah, After Sun, we should have watched that instead of Glass Onion. We had the choice of that.
Yeah.
And then after that, we just didn't have time. Should we say our goodbyes?
Yeah.
Is that the end of the
thank you for
stream?
watching.
Thank you so much for watching our first live stream. We'll definitely do this like
Yeah,
for our
it's been good.
roundups every year, but we might do it for like something random. Who knows? If you've got any ideas, and we'll happily join other people's streams as well. Avatar 2 is just gameplay cutscenes for 3 hours. I've heard that, to be fair. It's really mixed. Some people love
Thank
it.
you so much for watching.
You just cut me off. Thanks, guys.
I really need a wee. I've been waiting to go to the toilet for about an
Josh said,
hour.
"Oh yeah, we haven't gone toilet." I am by. Sorry, Charles. We'll post it on YouTube so you can obviously watch it after if you want.
We might post like a picture of our top 10 if when we watch those films to see like if it's changed.
Yeah. Well, we're also gonna do like an Oscars parody around maybe end of February, beginning of March. A video of that, not a live stream. But we'll do like different kind of categories, more interesting ones than the Oscars does. So
yeah, so they will probably make it on.
we'll
there.
hopefully have seen all the films you wanted to see by then. But yeah, thanks for watching again. Love to get you on a
Bye.
stream. Yes, Josh, we'll come on and defo do more, please. Thank you, Sophie. We'll
Bye.
definitely do. I'm sorry, I'm replying to their questions. Defo do more, please. We will do more. We'll come up with some ideas. Rachel really needs a wee. We'll come up with more ideas and we'll do more streams and we'll definitely join you on one, Josh.
Thank you so much, Sophie.
Yeah, and everyone, and
everyone
thank you all
else.
for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Gavin. Bye. See you